Alright, so let's begin. So, last episode, you guys had a meet up with what you call a merchant lord named Mr. Nicolson. And basically, he made a deal with you, an agreement with you that what you call that he is willing to put the orphanage tax-free if you do not mess with this business. Obviously, things did not work out well at the very beginning. Nar tries to intimidate Mr. Nicolson, and then suddenly Saul noticed that the contract was something fishy was going on with the contract in terms of wording. And then basically, luckily, after Nerissa's and Ernwin's trying to figure out what's going on, Ernwin found out that something magical was happening in the contract that changes the contract's appearance. And then Ernwin told the others, or told the rest of the party, that Mr. Nicolson was doing something fishy. With that being said, what you call, Nerissa and the rest of the party found out that Mr. Nicolson was not being honest in terms of contract signing. And then, obviously, you guys managed to convince and persuade Mr. Nicolson to create another contract, or make another contract that is fitting for your needs, basically, or that fits your appropriate needs or your requirements. So now you have a contract. The contract is now with Nerissa, as I mentioned before. Nerissa has now the copy of the contract, and the necklace that you guys found in the hut from the episode 2 before, the angel amulet that you saw in the previous episode. Nar has that. It was given to him, but by the owner of the orphanage, Mom Eza. Alright, so now as you guys leave the orphanage, the rest of the day is up to you. The time is currently 1 p.m. basically. Alright, so what do you guys want to do as that's going on?
I suppose I'm going to want to go straight back to the orphanage.
Okay, I also remember the elder wants to talk to you, Nerissa, or the rest of the party, so...
Oh, yes.
So yeah. Okay, so you can...
Go back to the elder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going?
The elder.
Back to the elder.
Okay, so Sheena, you go back to the you guys go back to the elder's place. The carts are no longer there. There are no more carts in front of the elder's office. You knock the door, and then the double door opens, and you see the servant boy, Karim, the servant boy that serves the elder, and he looks at you. Ah, you're here. Good. And then he just opens the door, and you guys enter, and the servant boy escorts you to the second floor where the elder's office is. And you see that the elder, as he escorts you to the room, you see that the elder is still writing what you call the some paperwork for business and political reasons. And then he sees you come in and says, "Ah, you're here. Good, good. So, thank you for coming back. I have a few things that I want to tell you that might be very important and that might be very questionable. So, first things first. And then he notices Ernwin. Ernwin, he sees you and says, "What do we have here? Another friend of yours, I believe. I didn't get your name, son." He looks at you.
My name is Arnwin, Winterwood.
Ah, Mr. Winterwind. Nice to meet you, my good boy. Elder Adro.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. So, first things first. He looks at all of you, and then he looks at you, Sheena, and says, you notice, Sheena, that you guys notice that the two thugs are no longer there. That the thugs that you captured on the 2 episodes ago, and Sheena's mentor as well is not in the room. And the room is now clean, basically, as if nothing bad ever happened there. So the elder looks at you, Sheena, and says, "Sheena, So, your mentor told me that for the meantime, you will be sticking with the party. Unless requested upon to come back. She told me that it would be best that not for you to stay too long on the academy, consider like a bird in a cage. She thinks that oh yeah, Katie, I think you're picking my sound. I'm pretty sure that's me. Let me know. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So
Is it me?
Oh yeah, I think the feedback. Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, there
okay.
you go. I think it's fixed.
Okay.
Okay, so where was I? Line of thought. Okay, so Katie, Sheena, the elder looks at you and says, "The mentor told me that it would be best for you to have a learning experience outside the academy rather than being trapped there like a bird in a cage, because it would be a good learning experience for you." And then your mentor told me that she'll let you know if she needs you and wants you back at the academy.
Okay, and I'll ask the elder if there's a way that I could contact her because I was approached with something that I saw her wearing once and it looked familiar, and I was curious as to its origin.
Okay, what item are you specifically mentioning about? Nar has the necklace, by the way.
Yeah, Nar has it. So I guess I would probably look at Nar and say, would you like to show him?
Would I like to show him what?
The necklace that has...
So the necklace would pull off the body.
No,
Yes.
no, the necklace that you found in the hut, Nar, remember, in the first episode?
Oh yeah, the hut. It was in the blood
Wings
before.
and the...
Yeah, that one.
All right. So cautiously pull it out.
Okay.
And I hold out my fist, waiting for Elder. Just waiting for her to take it.
Okay, so he approaches you, he grabs a pair of glasses and looks at it, stares at it for a bit, and then you guys see an awkward realization in his face, and then he grabs it from your hand, Nar, unless you're trying to fight it, you're not trying to let it go.
Nope.
Okay, he grabs it and just looks at it and says, and then he slowly looks at you guys, you know what? This is too peaceful. I wanna... Wait.
Did you just say the music was too peaceful?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Elder Adro attacks.
And then turns into a vampire.
It's going to be changing soon, ladies and gentlemen. Guys and
no.
girls.
He turns into a vampire and then kills all of you. The end. Okay, no.
Oh gosh.
To go
Alright.
Pokeball.
Vampires works.
He slowly, you see the elder, slowly looks at you guys and says, "Where did you get this?"
That was found in the bloody remains of a shack where I was supposed to meet my informant.
He slowly looks at you, Nar, and says, "Informant."
Yes, I am a disciple of the Church of Cord. My path is still that of the Berserker, the way of the Aesir, but I am planning on
Okay.
making a name for myself so that I can go ahead and one day show my face around my clan and once again regain its glory and take it away of that from what has corrupted it via Gruish One Eye.
And where's the person who has this necklace?
Well, if I had that answer, I probably would not be here. No offense.
And then he just pockets the necklace. Let's not worry about that. That is a problem for another time. I want you guys, all 5 of you, to roll. I want you guys to roll insight check. Roll a d20. What's the modifier for insight? Is it wisdom?
Wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
So Katie, roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
Okay, a d20 and wisdom modifier coming up.
So for just people who wanna 18, okay.
I got a 19.
19.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
I got that good 11.
Nerissa.
20.
I got a 12, so I put it in the chat.
Oh, is it 18 for you? I didn't see it.
12.
No, Angelica got a 12.
Oh, got 12. Okay. Okay, so the you see that the elder is worried. There is a worried look at the elder's face, a very serious elder look. But he does end up trying to composure himself, and then and then he just thinks for a moment, as if trying to think of something, and then he loses he's just staring at the distance, in thin air, basically, and then he says.
Distance.
As if he's trying to stare at something, trying to think of something real hard, basically. So you know something is definitely up, because you roll a terrible roll, and then he just tells, "Well, let's move. That's a problem for another time." And then he looks back at you, Katie, Sheena, and then says, "So, your mentor." Your mentor also told me that you might need some of these things. And then he goes back in his stable, pulls a small chest, and basically, you see that there are several items in this small chest. You see a scroll tied with a brown string. You see a vial with a red liquid in it. Some sort of glass vial or a jar with a red liquid in it, and 2 bags, basically 2 pouches. One is a typical normal brown pouch, and the other is a small bag with series of small pouches that surrounds it, a light brown bag, and then he just puts it on the table. And the elder pushes it in front of you and says, Sheena, your mentor told me that because you're gonna be adventuring with this party, and we're glad to have you in this party. And according to your mentor, she told me that for the meantime, you'll be taking orders from me. Unless your mentor decides to request you back at the academy.
Okay.
Now.
So.
Mm-hmm.
No, keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. So she also told me that you might need some of these things, considering that she won't be there to supervise you or to look upon you or watch over you. So first he grabs a scroll and hands it to you. This is the city of the map. So basically I'm gonna send you something because I'm pretty sure it's already at the group, but for just for the sake of it, I'm gonna send you I hope I don't send you the wrong one. Okay, I send you in the message basically. But it's the typical, as you guys see it, it's the typical city map. So I just sent it to you. So basically that's the city map. And then he grabs another thing. Also, in terms of, in case your life becomes in danger and you don't have spells that requires you to bring back to life, your mentor also told me to give you this. And he hands you one regular healing potion. So I think that's on D&D Beyond. You can search that. Because that's basically, and that's one regular healing potion. So you have one. He also grabs another bag, a pouch, a small brown pouch. And as he's about to give to you, you hear jingling of metal. And in case you need to buy things, that are sufficient and required for your survival. She mentions to give you this, and you have an additional 100 gold pieces from your previous gold. So now you have 175 gold pieces, correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so now you have keep note of that. And because you're a wizard, she also mentioned to give you this. She gives you a component pouch. So basically, that's also in D&D Beyond. I'm pretty sure that it is because it's a basic D&D item. Let me know if you can't find it. So it's a component pouch. So basically, component pouch. Basically, if you have spells that requires certain items that doesn't have monetary value or something that is specific. So let's say you need sand or pieces of bone fragments, feathers, or
like a lodestone or something like that, like those little minuscule
basically if it's a specific jewel like a diamond or a silver, then that is not included in the pouch. But if it just says pieces of sand or vinegar or stone or bone fragments, unless it's or feathers, unless it's specific like a bear fur or basically a gold or basically a diamond, then that is something that is not included at the component pouch. So that, oops, oh god, oh god. Wait. No. No. Okay,
There he is.
I'm back.
Hello.
That wasn't funny.
Mike,
Okay.
you're muted.
there you
Oh, okay.
There.
Nah,
Mike,
he's just
you
trying to
still muted?
increase intrigue and see what we're gonna do.
How about
Right.
now? How about
You're
now?
good.
Hey, everyone, hide bleed.
Much better.
Okay. Sorry, I have no idea what the frick happened. I think I pressed something by accident.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. One moment. That was not funny. I have no idea what happened there. Eh. Jesus. Okay, one moment. Jesus. Okay, I think that's what I have to do for now. Alright, okay, that wasn't funny. Okay, where was I? I lost. Okay, so basically,
Component pouch.
yeah, component pouch. Basically, as long as the item is not specific, unless it's a bear fur or a gold, then that is something you have to buy or acquire, basically.
Got it.
So you now have a regular healing potion, a component pouch, a map, and 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then he looks at the rest of the party and says, also for payment. And he grabs 4 pouches, four small bags, two on each hand, and hands it over to you. Nar, Saul, and Narissa, you have 50 gold pieces. And then he looks at Ernwin, and considering your friend won't be here joining us because I believe she was requested by the palace for her own protection, he gives it to you, Ernwin. So Ernwin, you have another 50 gold pieces. All right.
So, quick question.
Okay. What?
So we ended up using like all of our money that we got from the performance and stuff last session to buy like the hat and all that. But I never ended up giving the 150 because we agreed no tax. So
Uh-huh.
I'm technically at 200 then. I know like DM's not supposed to like calculate it and all. I just wanted like
Oh no.
quick clarification.
Here's the thing. If you've given gold to Mr. Hadran, then that's gone, basically. But for now, for the meantime, for now, what you call if you, Mr. Nicholson did mention that he won't be taxing you guys anymore, so you don't have to worry about what you have now. But if you have given him gold before the contract, then those gold is gone. You cannot take
so I'm
that
at
back.
200. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So where was I? And then he sits down as he hands you the patch. Says, before I go to the topic, and he looks at you, Narissa, I have some questions. First things questions. I've heard from Karim that you denied the request of the church to provide temporary shelter for the orphanage.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Yes, about that.
I
Listen, Miss Narissa, I understand that you care too much for these children, but I also want to remind you that sometimes you deal with dangerous people, and then when you go back to that estate, those people can follow you, which means you might also put the orphanage in danger. Do you get what I'm saying?
quite aware, Elder, but at the same time, I can more easily protect them since we don't have a consistent line of communication. I don't have a message scroll in the event that something bad happens, and I rather, them be under my safe watch. So, if you can you please allow them to stay at the estate that we are staying with?
Not that I don't want children to be in the estate, but I also do mind to remind you that you cannot protect yourself while protecting other people if danger does happen, Miss Narissa. I just want you to know that the moment you try to do something dangerous and you lead them back to the estate, those bad people may end up following you, which means you put them at risk.
Well, I think right now they are safe. If it does get to that point, then we will relocate them. I just don't want to lose the second most important thing in my life.
I just want you to remember that we don't want bad things to happen to those children at the very wrong time. I just want you to know and remind you that if something does happen and then you go back, those people may end up hurting them.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I will have the beds ready for the orphans. Although I didn't expect you to turn my estate an orphanage. But good to know. And then after that, as well as someone told me that a party mentioned my name at the Enchanting Gem about silver. Now, as much as I want to cover up for your whatever things that you have in mind, I also request not using my name every time you buy things that are not what you call without my approval. So do not keep using my name and merchant lords or merchants, because that's gonna get not just you in trouble, but me as well.
I was just having it delivered here. I don't feel comfortable giving out the address that you gave me, and this is one of the places that we most consistently visit. I don't know if we have a mailbox in the area by chance.
The last thing I want is have TNT and explosives delivered at my front door, Mr.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can have it delivered other than the estate?
I'll let you know if we find a place. Or I let Karim know, and then Karim will tell you if there's a place for your items. But for now, I would gladly if you do not request merchants to deliver random things in my office. And
Yes, I apologize.
Good to know. I'll have that delivered as well. And I already paid for it, so you don't have to pay for the beds and for the silver.
Oh, didn't we already pay for the silver?
No, you did. There was no supply of silver, so you said they will.
Well,
just
I
deliver.
said when they get it in, send a note, not send silver. So.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, okay. Good to
Yeah.
know. So yeah.
So a note's not harmful.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I thought it was to deliver the silver. My God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So good to know. All right, and then he looks at all 5 of you and says, about the thugs that you captured, Mistress Vanna, Sheena's mentor, managed to successfully gather information. One wasn't cooperative enough, but the other was scared that he decided to tell what we needed to know, or at least as much as he knows. And don't worry about those 2 tags, they won't be bothering us anymore. They've been taken care of. And they have a brand new life ahead of them. Basically.
Super.
Do you wanna do
It's not a very good thing in my line of work.
Do you wanna do for those people who wanna do an inside check, you can do another inside check.
Yeah, I think I will. Sheena will, because this is very concerning to her since it has to do with her teacher.
Okay, so Drew, roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier. For those people who want to do an inside check.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Oh my god. I got a 1.
Oh,
Okay.
No!
Yeah. Saul, Narissa, Brandon, what did you guys?
15.
14.
14, okay. And Narissa?
Oh.
Unless if you wanna do an inside or that's up to you.
And 9.
9, okay. None of you know what happened to the two tags, basically. But something did happen to them. You have no idea what. Alright, and then he just looks at you and says, according to the one of the thugs, Mr. Nicolson is indeed using slaves as free labor in the mines. And
Okay, Saul asks the obvious then. He's just like, okay, is slave labor outlawed in this land, or how does that work?
well, here's the thing. As much as we can tell the city guards that Mr. Nicolson did something illegal against the city's rules, we have no proof of said slaves.
Okay, so slavery is illegal.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So it's illegal via the city rules.
Yes.
The issue is breaking and entering into private property is also against the city rules.
Which leads me to another thing that I want to talk about is the mines has no trespassing law, which means people are not supposed to be there if they do not work there. And he has it on constant guard 24/7, which means, and he looks at all of you. By any chance, have any of you spoken to Mr. Nicolson?
Funny you say.
Oh no.
Um,
He looks at you, Narissa, slowly. Please tell me you guys did not do something that I'm gonna regret.
No, we did something really great. She pulls out the contract. We made a contract.
He's Narissa. Oh no. What did he do? And he approaches it and grabs it, unless you wanna not let go of the contract, Narissa.
I was just gonna put it I was gonna hold it in front of his face.
Okay. So he's gonna lean forward to look at it with his glasses and says, did you check if this is some sort of trap? Of some anything?
Oh yes, multiple times, several times. It took us hours.
We negotiated very well.
And he looks at you, Nar. You did not punch Mr. Nicolson in the face, did you?
No, there was no punching.
No orcish.
No orcish politics.
Good to know. Let's say punching a noble is one thing. Punching a merchant lord is another thing. You don't want to be executed on sight if that happens.
Fair enough.
Now, here's the thing. Upon this contract, it says that you can, the first party that disobeys the law, then the contract becomes null and valid.
Yep.
The problem is, if you want to prove to the city guards or to the empire that Mr. Nicolson was indeed using slaves, you have to go to the mines. But the mines.
Oh wait, Saul's just like, wait a second. Okay. So, do we have to bring back said slaves, or are we looking for a paperwork and receipt? Because I know for a fact you don't become a merchant lord without being obsessed with paperwork.
You need
Like,
proof.
what are we looking for exactly in these mines?
We need proof that there are slaves on the mine, so.
Okay, and that can be proved with a receipt, yeah? There's no way Mr. Nicholson bought these individuals or something without paperwork.
Any proof will do as long as it tells that there are slaves involved. But like I said, paperwork, it won't be as...
It won't stick as well as just a witness, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
I
I'm
guess
just trying to
freeing
put
the
two and
slaves
two
would
together.
be another option. That is, if the place is not heavily guarded or fortified, which I believe Mr. Nicholson will make sure that it is.
If going after paperwork is something you're looking at, that is a little more my specialty. Not like all that guard duty they had me doing.
Good to know.
Oh, Saul just raises an eyebrow at at Arnwin. I'm like, I'm guessing you're gonna be under the Elder's employ now, or?
Well, not officially. Not since he didn't go through the guild or anything. But, sounds like y'all are in for some adventures, and I like adventure.
He looks at you and went and says, "How did you meet the party by any chance, Mr. Winterwind?"
I'm sorry, how did I meet the party?
How did you meet Narissa, Nar, and Saul here, and as well as Sheena?
Not under the greatest circumstances. I was working under the employ of Mr. Nicholson and the late Mr. Hadron.
As you say that, he looks at you, Narissa. You brought someone from Mr. Nicholson?
Well...
We wouldn't have known the contract was trapped without Arnwin.
We didn't do it illegally.
Alright, here's the question now. How can we tell that Erwin is not a spy from Mr. Nicholson if you brought him here as I was saying this?
I was formerly employed. I received my payment and my termination, and then I quickly turned around and told your group here that the contract Mr. Nicholson was rather poorly disguised with illusion.
Understand. He looks at you, Erwin, and then he whispers something in your ear, Erwin. I want again. Let's say I want the other four, to roll. What's our passive perception, basically?
That's a perception you don't have to roll for. It's just a number that you've got.
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
Saul's passive perception is a flat whopping 10.
Okay.
I'm a 12.
12, Narissa, and
I'm 11.
Sheena.
I'm 11.
11 as well. Okay, one moment.
How do you calculate it again?
It's
8
10 plus your
proficiency plus wisdom.
proficiency modifier and plus your wisdom.
Okay.
So it's 8 plus
Proficiency plus wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, I am not proficient in wisdom. -1. So,
yes.
7.
So you have
Okay.
9, love. You have 9.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so so none of you hear this, and Erwin, he whispers something in your ear. The elder says, "If you sabotage the party, I'll kill you myself." And then,
I'ma just, nod a little.
Okay. And then he goes back. You just see the elder whisper something to Erwin, but you guys didn't get the gist of that, of what he whispered. And then he looks at you and says, "Now, another option that that the tag mentioned was that there is a warehouse at the Seashell Bay Harbor, just south from here, southeast from our location, where the mines, the resources that are gathered from the mines are being taken. According to the tug, that the reason that they're mining that said mine is not just for gold and platinum, that they're aiming to gather a specific metal of some kind. Now, the tug did not mention what that metal is, other than that it is being stored in a warehouse inside the Seashell Bay Harbor. Now, I have tried to get a permission to have that inspected by you guys, but it was completely rejected by the palace. Which means Mr. Nicolson is either using all connections to hide what's inside that warehouse, or he has the city guard at his pay grade, which I believe he is. With that being said, in order to either go to the mines or go to the warehouse, you have to break your side of the contract first. Unless you have a sneaky, stealthy way of going there without being seen. Then we get to prove to the city guards or to the Empire that Mr. Nicolson is indeed using something illegal.
Well, let me see this. Saul's just pondering, and he's just like, well, we know for a fact one of us can disguise themselves at will at this point, as he points at Nerissa's hat.
Do you wear the hat?
What's
will
up?
take
I
it.
am not. Okay, I am wearing the hat, but I'm not attuned to it, so I
So
can't.
it
like,
takes
do
8 hours.
anything with it.
So it literally, I would
Yeah.
say, I would say
So
that
we would just have to long rest, basically.
with
And
that-
then the only issue is the rest of us not very sneaky folk, because as for Arnwin, I assume Arnwin you're good at breaking and entering?
Very much so. That is essentially my bread and butter. I'm a treasure hunter.
well,
Okay, so then now that just leaves the three of us louder individuals.
now here's
Specifically, Saul points at himself. All my spells can be heard within 300 feet because all my spells kind of explode.
like I said, I would suggest you go in without getting seen. Because Mr. Nicolson will do whatever it takes to make sure you break your side of the contract first. Now that you have a contract without my permission, I told you not to make a deal with him unless you told me first. But now that that's done, it is what it is. Now, in terms of stealth, I would recommend that you go there, whether if you guys choose the mines or the warehouse, at night. But I recommend also not to trust anyone, not the city guards, not his accomplices. So I'll give you that option, whether to either prove that there are slaves on the mines or find out what's inside the warehouse.
Well,
Also, another thing that I want to mention, the thugs also mentioned that the miners, if they do not work well, they get punished. And the thug mentions that it wasn't death, but worse than death. Every time a miner does not, work hard, they get taken away and brought to some other place. That a tiefling man also working for Mr. Nicolson or working with Mr. Nicolson takes those slaves, and usually they don't come back. So I fear that if we prolong this, those slaves will end up going places that they don't want to be.
Okay, so we can't go, even though we're in a time constraint, like Saul's thinking about it, just grabbing his chin, we can't go at this recklessly, because if we're caught, we need some kind of way to not be immediately identified.
I would recommend you buy things, magical things that could help you in this endeavor. And he looks at Narissa. Although those clothes are amazing, Miss Narissa, I will also recommend not wearing them while you're traveling to the mines. I would require a more protective armor. So make good of what you have, buy whatever you need, go to the city market and travel during at night, where there's less activity and less people to see you while you're trying to sneak in. I just want you to know.
Well, do we know if most guards are humans, or what is his payroll look like?
Most likely it's mixed, but for now, by exploring the city alone, Saul, we would say most are human. But the thugs,
okay, so going at night is a good idea because most humans are blind as.
But the thugs that Mr. Nicolson sent during your meeting with him previous episode were half orcs.
Oh, that complicates things. Hey, Nar, you said you can see well in the dark, right?
I have perfect dark vision.
Oh, so like how many feet?
60.
Okay, so if we go at night, we have to hope and pray they're mostly humans, because the majority of us, other than the Dragonborn and I, can see in darkness, right?
Right.
That would be correct.
And then my familiar can see within 120 feet of darkness, so that my familiar can scout no problem, because no one's gonna suspect an owl.
Yeah,
But when it comes to disguising ourselves, I think I have an idea. The issue is I don't have the most money, and also, again, I'm not the most persuasive. However, I just need to buy this one scroll, and then me and Sheena should be able to take care of the whole identity issue while we're traveling.
Okay.
You do have a spellbook, right, Sheena?
Yes, I do.
Then then basically, if someone can lend me some gold again, and if I can borrow Narissa's persuasiveness, I think this situation calls for a scroll of alter self. I'll then buy it, copy it into my spell book, and then let Sheena copy it into her spell book, and then both of us can just concentrate on that, so everyone looks different.
Okay, well, you know the drill, Narissa. Better go outside and into the market and start playing.
Make good of what you have, and please, Miss Narissa, do not use my name again when buying things. I mean it.
I mean it.
Hey, this time I'm not in trouble.
Nar, that also goes for you. Now that you have a contract, it means you cannot punch people in the face within the city walls.
Within the city walls.
And everywhere else, if not necessary.
I feel like we're being blamed for something. I wonder what.
Do you mind me to remind you that Nar punched a noble in the face? Now that you have a contract, if he does that again, you'll be executed for breaking the law.
Okay.
So let me remind you, you make one more mistake and I'm not gonna be protecting you, considering you made a contract without letting me know.
So we're on strike 3, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an orcish sport called
Nar, this is no time to explain about orcish traditions because it got you in trouble for the first time.
Well, okay, I was explaining the saying, but that works too.
Let's just get to town, and I can copy this spell, and then Sheena can copy it as well. Me and Sheena will only be able to alter ourselves. I don't know what all of the rest of you are doing, though.
Well, honestly, it'd be one of those things that if I can get perfect darkness, I can walk in without problem. It's just a matter of making sure that whatever they have posted for guards, all of a sudden their light sources get snuffed out, and I'm able to walk past them.
Unfortunately, I don't have Druidcraft because I'm kind of a wizard. But
Because you're kind of a wizard.
yeah. Otherwise, I imagine Druidcraft or some other similar magic and snuff out torches just fine.
I imagine that. I think there's some bardic spells that could do it too.
I wouldn't know that much. I only know like as much as I do because I'm an acolyte. So I recognize some spells more than others.
I just remember a couple parlor tricks that I remember seeing in some of the inns where they would light all the candles in the room with a song, and just as a stunt. But I don't know what it was called.
Are you talking about thaumaturgy?
That could be true. I mean, but I doubt thaumaturgy created illusions, not reality.
No, thaumaturgy affects like reality.
Okay, so
Oh, we're talking minor illusion?
No, that's different.
Yeah,
Maybe.
minor illusion's an illusion, but yeah, let's just head to the market, I suppose. Nerissa, you fine with just talking for me again?
without mentioning the elder.
Yes, without mentioning the elder. Also, I'm looking to pay. Like, if someone could loan me like 100 gold pieces, it shouldn't be too hard to argue for 150 gold pieces to buy this scroll. But like,
Well, since Gina's going to be benefiting, she's going to say, "Yeah, I can loan you that since I'm going to be benefiting as well, and I can protect one other person because I have protection from good and evil as one of mine."
Well,
I'm neutral.
I'll leave that up to you, but remember that you're in a time constraint. We're not sure how long those slaves are going to be staying there. Now, to mention,
Right.
you have the option whether to choose the warehouse or the mines. I'll leave that up to you. Remember, do not get caught because the moment you do, I will not be protecting you.
My
well,
vote
yeah,
is the
that's why
mines.
we're going about altering our faces. The only, person that we have to deal with the most is Nar, because Nar is very he just looks at you, recognizable. Even his own silhouette is recognizable.
I snort. That's all I
Sheena
do is
just
I
pats
just
him on
snort
the
at it.
back, like, "Sorry, man, I'm in the same boat."
Okay,
All right.
first off, your people don't think you're monstrous. So
All right, that's
there.
enough. Time constraints, people.
Time
Go.
constraint.
Alright, let's head to the market, and then we should head to the mines at night, so that'll give Nerissa long enough to attune to her new fancy hat.
Yep, and I can use the illusion of darkness to get through. So, Narissa, you ready for another street show to see if we can get some more money?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so what
I
are you
was
guys going to
thinking.
do?
So I found a nice place to clear out, and so Narissa, I was thinking this time I was going to go ahead and do a handstand, and you can climb up on my feet, and then you can play from that angle.
All right.
Because doing a handstand would definitely draw a crowd.
That's acrobatics, right? Acrobatics.
It is acrobatics.
Okay, so you can either roll acrobatics, Narissa. I would say Nar roll acrobatics first.
Well, I'm guessing we're out and about in the town at this point.
Yeah, you're
I rolled a 17, so 17 plus 5, 22.
Okay, so now Narissa, I want you to roll acrobatics. With advantage.
Oh, what's advantage?
Because you roll high. Because Nar rolled high.
Oh
What?
no. Okay, so my initial roll was a 7.
Oh.
Then
Oh.
Then my advantage roll was a 12. So 12.
Okay. Now roll a performance check.
Yay. Okay. 24.
Okay.
Okay, I have the perfect recovery if the DM lets me do this.
Okay. No. I would say I would say because Nar rolled high, the DC wasn't that. As long as you pass a 10, so you managed to. You're waggling a bit as you're performing, but you still get the grip of it, and you get 30 gold.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a lot less than.
Yeah, because you
What?
were waggling. you were waggling as you're playing.
So people weren't as impressed because of that. So
Well,
Yeah.
but my performance was a nat 20.
that's true, but unfortunately, due to the way we were doing this, it was not. But whatever the case, we got 30 gold pieces. It's like, okay, so my
30 gold pieces is still pretty generous for a street performance.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take. I take 15.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna cut. Yep. I'm gonna take a cut of that because I gave you all my money last time.
Yes.
Does Saul know where to buy spell scrolls?
you could roll a perception check.
Oh, I'll have my owl help me.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Even your owl, there's just so many going on. There's just people everywhere. There's just a series of tents. Your owl couldn't get a sense, and you as well couldn't get a sense where you guys are. It's just very crowded and messy. It's just people everywhere.
Saul's just looking back and forth, and he's just like, guys, I'm a little lost. Help me, please. As he's just like pacing in circles, not knowing where the heck to go.
Yep. So I go ahead and use my my ability, Wanderer. I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, so I can always find out generally where in settlements I need to go.
Okay. So you do see the enchanting gem again. So that's one. You do see the tent where you guys got the hat of disguise. There's also what you call, let's say, there's also a place called the Wavefeet's Locker. The store that is like, or what you call, more like dwarvish in architecture and more Viking in architecture. So that's one.
So I kind of try to point him at the directions where I remember that most of the magic
Yeah. So far, those are what
stuff was.
Those are what you see.
And while he's doing that, okay, I'm going to head towards the dwarvish architecture and tell my compatriots, like, let's investigate this building. I have a feeling we'll find kinship.
Okay, so as you approach this dwarvish architecture, you see that this building has what you call a light green, an aquamarine green roof, has intricate golden carvings of what you call some sort of dragons on top of the roofs. You see a series of shields and what you call shipwrecks of like items that are gathered from shipwrecks and salvage and then just attached to the walls, basically. So
this is chunky.
So it's like, well, it's pretty much like a junk shop, basically, or a garage shop. But you guys see this place.
Okay.
So as you guys look at the windows, there are windows there. You see that the items that are being sold here, or at least the items here, are a series of chests. Basically, there are crates, but that's all you see. There are no items, just chests, basically. Small, different types of chests. Some large, some medium, some small. Some are made of metal, some are wood.
So I go ahead and I go in just to investigate.
Okay, as you go in, there what you call, no one greets at you, and there's just chests on the lockers, basically. Chests inside the place, basically. You see.
So there's nobody here.
So far, you don't see anyone. There is a back door where behind the counter. So you're not sure.
Okay, so I go ahead and I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, so yeah, you do see at one side, you do see crates, but the crates are so old that you see what you call corals trying to crawl over to the crates as if they were underwater at some time or at some point.
Huh. So, I guess I try to open one of the crates.
Okay. As you try to open the crates, all of you hear a voice, a dwarven voice. Oh, wait, one moment. Where is it? So you hear a voice from behind you guys, coming from the counter. You see this guy now.
Ah,
He goes, ahem, and he's tapping the tip of his axe. What are you doing there, mister?
well, I'm glad that I've got service, I guess, finally.
Do you know what
So-
happens to people who tries to touch my chest? The last time someone did that, I cut his arm off.
Well, I'm sorry I fondled your chest. I'll try to make sure to respect your personal space later.
There will be no stealing inside my shop.
Well, I merely fondled your chest. Once again, I apologize for
You
the
touch
ignorance
it,
in this moment.
you buy it.
Okay, so, now that that's been established, what do you sell?
Well, as long as you're not here to steal any of my stuff, then maybe we can make
Far
a
from it.
deal.
I merely want to inquire.
Well, here's... Oop. Everyone? So, well, basically I am selling chests and crates, but there is a twist. You see, all these chests and crates are salvaged underwater, from shipwrecks. And even I don't know what's inside. The twist is, if you're lucky to buy one of them and ends up finding valuables inside, you don't end up just getting the chest, you also end up what's inside the chest.
Okay. Yeah, why not? How much per chest?
Well, that depends. I'm gonna check my notes because... wait a moment.
So,
Roll a D1000.
Well, not really, but he is gonna be rolling a D100 to see what he gets. Wait, one moment. Because
so if I give you my booty, can I touch your chest?
he glares at you. Say that again, orc, and I'll cut your tongue off.
You're really nice.
I'm not here to be nice, I'm here to make a business.
Well, that's what I was saying. I give you a big gold bounty. I just go ahead and take my sack of gold and throw it down on the top of the counter. I'm like, so we're gonna do business, or are we gonna just make threats?
As long as you're not touching my chest without paying for it first, then we'll make business. One moment as I try to see where is it. No, it's not. One moment as this is happening. Okay, so you see different types of chests, Nar, as you're looking around. You, as well as everyone else here, you see 20 hardwood wooden crates that are what you call that are just placed on one corner of the store. Some are very old that looks like they've been underwater and submerged from underwater for a long amount of time. There are small hardwood chests, small hardwood wooden chests. There are 15 small metal chests. There are 10 medium hardwood wooden chests, and then there are 4 medium metal chests. And then there are 6 large wooden chests and 2 large metal chests. Depending on what chests you buy.
Small wooden chests, what are they worth? And how big are they exactly as far as small? Are they like,
I would say this big, about a little bigger than a music box.
3 feet?
Yeah.
Yep.
So each
All right.
one is 500 gold pieces.
Okay. So,
Yeah. No, the small wooden chest is 500 gold pieces.
yeah, okay.
Dare I ask how much for the big metal one? Good gravy.
10,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay. So it would appear that we just have a cantankerous dwarf and his magic box room. So I'm going to go
But let
ahead
me remind
and...
you, if you get something precious inside, you take what's inside. The last man who bought a 500 gold chest brought 2 diamonds back from them. He opened one of the chests and he got 2 diamonds worth more than what he paid for. So maybe you'll be lucky, or maybe not. Who knows?
Well, unfortunately, I do not have that kind of coin on me right now. So this will be a venture for adventure another time when I have more money. After all, I work for a wealthy client, and I'm expected to be paid again soon. So
I can also do trades if you have something might be very useful.
how about an arm wrestling contest?
Make a roll a persuasion check.
That is 18 plus 3, so 21.
Okay. What happens? What's your condition then? If I win?
If you win, you get everything that's inside my bag of these coins. Rattle, rattle. No questions asked. I just leave with my tail between my legs and don't darken your doorstep until I have at least 500 gold.
Okay.
If I win,
Okay.
I get to go ahead and open the chest with whatever's in the contents of my bag, and in turn, I will give you 1 item out of it if there are multiple items.
Well, here's the thing. You get to choose a chest, but you cannot open it. And then you take what chest you choose.
Exactly. And then the conditions of my terms were that I pay you what is the contents of my coin pouch in full for 1 small chest. I open it, and if there are more than 1 item, I will choose 1 at random and give it to you in addition to the payment. Either way, you're still getting paid, and you're still coming out ahead.
Alright, fine. Arm wrestle then.
Okay.
If you lose, I take your money.
You take my money, yes.
And if
Let's see what I can do.
If I win, I mean if you win, you take 1 chest.
Okay.
What chest? Is it the small one?
Yes, the small one.
Okay.
All right, guys. Wish me luck. Wish me luck.
Okay,
oh, no, I'm not gonna get...
what you call?
God.
He pulls a
Come
chair.
back.
He pulls a chair and then for you, and then sits on the other side. Puts his arm out. You do see that there's a series of Viking tattoos and dragons swirling in his arm. Even for a small man, being a dwarf, because this is a dwarf, he looks like he's been working out a lot, considering most likely he's been salvaging chests underwater, so he's some sort of pirate kind of guy. So right, so first things is roll a strength check. Nar.
Okay, I rolled 15 plus 4. That's a 19.
Oh, you did what you call first. So it looks like this. So you're about to on the first round. You're he didn't have enough strength because of your orcish strength. So you're about to pin him. Roll another strength check.
Yep. Okay, that was even worse. 13 plus 4, so that's 17.
You still beat him basically. You roll a 13. So you without without even sweating, Nor, you managed to show this dwarf who's boss, and he couldn't believe it as well. It's like, darn it. Well, a deal is a deal.
Okay.
Choose 1 chest of your liking. So you have you have a choice of wooden or wooden or metal, basically. No, wooden, basically. A wooden.
Yeah, because it's all small wooden chests, right?
Yeah. So there's 20 of them. So which one are you choosing?
I'm Roll a d20.
Okay.
I picked chest number 7.
Chest number 7. Okay. I'm just gonna roll something. 17. 1, 16, 16, 17. Okay, so, what you call... Oh, no, wait. 15, 16, 17. Oh my god. So, 16, 17. Alright, so you open... he give you what you call... You choose one of the small wooden chests. This has gold trim on the sides. And has what you call embedded carvings of stars inside, and what you call rocks of different embedded into it.
Okay.
And yeah, the chest is yours. Is that your choice?
All right.
Is that your final choice?
Yeah, this is the one I'll choose, and I put down my sack of gold coins. As promised, here's 75 gold coins.
And it just takes a 75 gold. Alright, do you want me to open it for you?
I'm guessing you're the only one that has the keys?
I don't have the keys. The one I sell here are the chests that I have no keys for. That's why I break them open. When I salvage ships, sometimes I find the keys of those chests and I use them. And then I make good use of what I found. And then for the chests that I couldn't find the keys, I sell them in my shop.
So I go ahead and I look at our B&E guy and I go, you feel like fiddling with the lock?
I can just
Sure, why not? I can fiddle at some locks.
Okay.
Well, why break it? You get your chest back.
No, you keep the chest.
Oh, well.
So we can keep the chest. We can use it to store random items.
Yeah.
Okay, Arwen, would you like to fondle my chest?
That is so wrong.
Of course.
That sounds so wrong.
Sure, this is literally what I'm good at.
Okay,
so
roll lock picking. Roll lock picking.
I rolled a 24.
Yeah. Without even having a trouble, you just put your lock picking lock picking tools on the lock, Erwin, and then and it opens. The lock is still open. So I
go ahead and open the chest.
Okay, so you're surprised, Nar, as you believe you have probably gotten very lucky, not just by the arm wrestling, because as you open the chest, you see 4 medium fist-sized diamonds. Worth.
But why?
Worth 500.
I just So, okay, everybody, same time.
Worth
Cue
500
Legend of
gold
Zelda
each.
open chest music.
So you were lucky to get that chest. Because I roll a d20.
So size, how much were they each?
500
well, actually,
gold.
I have a... Do I have a praise?
I think the DM just said 500 gold pieces each.
There are 4 diamonds. There are 4 diamonds, and they're 500 gold each. And as he looks at it,
okay.
As you look at it, the dwarf looks defeated. Well, you're very lucky. Like I said, sometimes people come home when they buy my chest very happy. Well, you have a chest and 4 diamonds. Congratulations.
So I look at Saul and I go, "You needed a diamond, right?"
I needed one earlier, but I imagine diamonds like that we should probably hold on to just in case one of us, catch the dead.
Well, I'm thinking if we actually go to the jeweler, we can break one of these down into 4 small components. Because I imagine their worth is pretty much well done. Anyway, let's leave the shop. Well, thank you very much, good sir.
Yeah, don't leave the shop.
He looks pissed as he lost the bet, and he lost a chest full of 4 diamonds because he didn't expect you to. Yeah, that was.
So I go ahead and I close up the chest and put it in my bag, and I tell Arwen, "Thank you for opening my chest. Drinks are on me."
That sounds so
all right. I like this guy.
So I go ahead. I leave the shop. I don't know if you guys are going to stick around in the shop or not, but I definitely want to go to the jeweler now and get one of these diamonds broken down so that we can have the munition for the Reaper.
Alright, the current time is now 2 p.m., by the way, just to let you guys know.
Okay, so in order for Narissa to attune to the hat in a timely manner, we need to get... Alright, so... Breaking the... last time we went to the jeweler and we asked them to do anything specific, they said it took them a really long time to do anything.
Depends on
Well,
So I'm
that's
not
what
gonna lie, if we could at least sell one of those, so then me and Sheena can get the
scroll.
scroll and then copy said
this now?
scroll into our books. Because copying spells is very expensive.
Oh my goodness. All right.
You have 4,
I thought
basically.
Sheena was fun to get.
Yeah, but I just remembered in order to copy a scroll, it takes special reagents and a lot of experimentation. About, for a second level scroll like that, it'll be about 100 gold pieces to copy it per wizard.
Well, I'm going to do something for myself before we do this one, because last time I gave all my money away. So I'm going to do something for myself first, and then we will go ahead and do this. So
That's
you know what I'm
more
gonna
than
do?
reasonable. The only issue is we're on a time constraint here, Nar.
Oh, I believe you're in a kind of time restraint. So this is the deal. I take one of the diamonds out of the box, and I say, "Saul, here." So I give you
he
one of the
grabs
diamonds.
it and he's just like, "Oh, what?
Okay.
Oh, okay."
You have a 500
Go
gold
find-
diamond
go-
in your hand, so you have now
I
3
give that
left.
to you. I tell you. How about you guys? I'm going to use Narissa and her silver tongue to see if I can get a weapon shop to get something made for me, or bought, if it's available. And we'll go ahead and do it there. You guys
I'm
need to go
pretty
ahead.
sure that's not very timely, but you go for it. I believe in you.
Well, it's more along the lines of just going into the blacksmith and see if this is available or not. But if it's not available, then oh well. So, all right. I give you one of those, and I say, okay, if you and Sheena want to go ahead and pawn that for your components, that's cool. All I ask is that you use the leftover money to buy ale for Arwen, at least a barrel's worth.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
see what I can do in the time constraints we have, but yeah, I'll see what I can do.
I believe you can do it.
Okay. You're kind of taking Narissa as the issue, and I have the personality of a piece of cardboard.
But I'm pretty sure that Sheena has a personality of her own that she could put towards the table.
I can do my best. I'm new at this too.
So you do that, or we can all go together, and I go to the blacksmith and I get what I need, and then we'll go to do the rest of the things as a party. But ultimately, I want to go.
The most precedent one that isn't just something for, let's just say, quality of life would be the alter self scroll that me and Sheena would need. Because after we're
enough.
done buying it, it's going to take us 4 hours to copy it. So we need to kind of start doing that ASAP is the issue.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a percentage because I am chaotic neutral.
Oh,
I shrug and it's like, fine, but I do want better gear. And
Well, we'll get better gear. It's just that we're kind of on a job right now, Nar.
yes, I know we're on the job, but give me a break. I just won the lottery, literally.
You did quite literally just win a lottery. It's a bit awkward.
And I just gave you a fist-sized diamond that
Yeah, it's
probably will
fist
fetch.
size, basically. It's fist size.
So, all right. If we're all going together, I pull my palm back out, and it's like Saul will just give it back.
Oh yeah, Saul hands it back, no problem. He's just like, yeah, I'd be a lot more comfortable if you held on to this. I'm not exactly the most perceptive or strong.
Fair enough. All right, lead the way. We got a job to do.
Alright, so then Saul will just head towards, where was the last place we bought a magical item?
The tent.
I bought it in a tent.
A purple tent, basically.
Alright, Saul heads towards this. Well, are we gonna do this as a trade, or are we pawning the diamond off immediately for just 500 gold flat?
I think we should probably go ahead and do a trade, and you can get your spell components included along with it.
Alright, Sheena, that work with you?
That works for me.
Alright, Narissa, you up for some more bargaining?
Is this the same day as we get the hat?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. A lot.
I got the tears ready.
Okay.
Saul rolls his eyes. He's like, let's get to this tent.
Okay.
Alright, walk off to the tent.
Okay, so you
Alright,
go.
let's go.
So you guys go to the tent, and the shopkeep there, the black robes, a black turban guy that looks like Jafar with a mustache and a beard, looks at you and says, "Welcome." Oh no, not you guys again. What do
What do you mean, you guys again? I'm a loyal customer, good sir.
What do you guys want now?
I kind of put one of the fistized diamonds on the table and go, I want a scroll, if you've got it. And some spell components for this diamond.
Well, I have a first level spell scroll. If that helps, it's 60 gold pieces.
So, what is this scroll?
Well, technically, it's an empty scroll. You can put whatever spell you have and then use that at the first level.
Alright, Saul just takes over real quick. He's just like, alright, well, we're looking for something more specific is the issue. We're looking for a scroll of alter self, if you have one.
I do have a scroll of comprehend languages for 50 gold pieces.
I'm assuming you don't have a scroll of alter self.
No. I sell random
Do you
things.
happen to know where one might be?
No, and I do not recommend selling to my competitors, basically.
Well, then we better make it worth your while. And I cough at one of you and go, I think the man needs a libation of a gold persuasion.
So I guess Sheena shows her bag a little having jingles it and says, "We're willing to give you more business. Are you turning away more business?"
That depends if your friends here are trying to make me run out of business, like last time.
Nope. I bought potions from you, good sir. I even thought I'd buy more potions from you.
And you also bought a hat of disguise half its original price.
No, that was wasn't that Julius the Magnificent?
Yes, it
Not
was.
Dominic Odom. Dominic Odom is the one we bought the pearl and the diamond.
Dominic
from.
Odom
Yeah,
is
that's
from
right.
the Enchanting Gem, and Julius the Magnificent is from the stand. Yes.
Yeah, so we're at the Magnificent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I go ahead and tell him, look, I say, Sheena, he requires payment. Could you throw 10 gold to this man to show him that we have good faith?
Is the 500 coin diamond not enough?
He
You
slowly
really just
looks
say
at you, Edwin. 500 gold diamond, you say. Well,
Yes.
I can do
Yes.
trades. I don't have.
Oh, I bet you can.
I don't have the spell that the scroll, but I may have something close enough that might require your needs. Considering you're focusing
Please elaborate.
considering you're focusing on spellcasters, I do have a rod of Pack Keeper, more powerful than it is.
Neither Chino nor I have made packs. We've learned our magic through hard studies, so I don't think the rod would serve us much.
No.
I also have an Enduring Spellbook.
What does Enduring Spellbook do?
Well, glad you asked. This spellbook is very sufficient because it cannot burn or it can be submerged to water. If you need to go in an adventure that involves swimming, or, you know, if you're getting burned, that spellbook would sustain that said damage.
I look at those two and I say, is that something that one of you could use?
Oh, well, both of us, I imagine Gina and I can both use it, but we're in a specific market to disguise ourselves.
I understand that.
How
much is this book?
The spellbook is 50 gold pieces.
Okay, put that on the tab.
I also have a wand of magic missiles for only 250 gold pieces.
A what? A magic missile wand?
Yes.
How much for that? 100?
250 gold pieces.
Knock it down to 200 and I'll take it.
Here we go again, I guess. Make a persuasion. Make a persuasion check.
Oh, wait, dude. Saul's just like, wait, nar. Why are we getting this stuff?
Nar's my things. Yeah, I rolled a 10.
He goes, nope, 250 gold pieces or you get nothing. We don't get it.
Okay, then I don't take it.
Then don't take it.
So what about potions? I'm in the market for some potions. What do you got for potions?
I have 4 regular healing potions and 2 greater healing potions.
How much are the 2 greater?
1 moment. Because this is homebrewed, so I'm gonna change that. 1 moment. Because 1 moment. Where is it? Okay. That's 200 gold pieces.
I'll take them both.
So that's 400. Okay, so you have 2 greater and an enduring spellbook. No, that's 200. No, that's 400 gold pieces. Sorry.
400 gold pieces total.
200. Yeah, for the 2 greater healing potions.
How much healing do they do?
4d4 plus 4.
I have a feeling we might need that. Okay, so we got that. So the spellbook plus that, so that's 450.
I also have a dark shard amulet.
What does that
Which
do?
does...
Well, you can use it for your spell casting focus, and you can also cast a cantrip that you don't know with this. Amulet.
That's not something I'm very much vested in, as I still have I'm still in a specific market. But Nar, if you really want to get it, go for it.
I also have a Heart of Wizardry.
Okay.
Hey, what?
A Hat of Wizardry.
Hat of Wizardry.
Considering your spellcasters, you can use this hat as a spellcasting focus for wizard spells, and you can also cast cantrips that you don't know in the wizard spell list.
Like Alter Self.
Alter Self is unfortunately not a cantrip. That is a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
He sighs again. Alright, let's see what else we might need.
Do you have any potions, possibly, that would cause a polymorph or an Alter Self?
I unfortunately... let's see here. No. I have a Pearl of Power. That could be useful.
What does that do?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The Pearl of Power is... Oops. 1 moment as I check. Where is it? Here we go. The Pearl of Power. While you use this pearl, you can additionally speak this command word and regain an expended spell slot.
Yeah, I'm good.
Tempting, but no thank you, I suppose.
Okay, how about spell components? My spellcasters require spell components like paper and...
Yeah, we need paper and inks. We need, for the both of us together, it would be around 200 gold pieces worth of paper and ink.
I have that. Yes.
Okay, I'll put back.
Yeah,
one
being a wizard is not cheap, Nar. It is an easy way to become homeless.
So I buy the 1 greater healing potion.
No, you
get
have
the
2.
book.
You have 2 greater healing potion. That's 400
Well,
gold pieces, basically, worth.
Yes, but it's 400 for
The 2.
the 2.
Yeah.
So if I do 1, it's 200, right?
You have to create a persuasion roll for that.
Oh, he's trying to sell you it as a bundle. Is the
yeah.
issue?
No, you can. No, if you buy 1, that's 200. If you buy 2, that's.
Oh,
400.
okay, never mind.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, that's what he
I
was saying.
So 2 of that would be 200 plus the book, which is 50, so that's 250. And then if I do the spell components, I will buy up to 250 gold pieces worth of spell component, so that my 2 spellcasting friends are like, "Yay, we got spell component!" So
Right.
Okay.
because I have immediately become Daddy Warbucks.
So are you buying 2? Are you buying 2 greater healing potion then?
I'm buying 1 greater healing
Okay,
potion. I'm
okay.
buying the unburnable and undrownable spellbook, and then I'm going to go ahead and say, give me $250 gold worth of paper and magic ink for my spellcasters,
Okay. Okay.
and
so-
that will be this 1 fist-sized diamond. I put it on the table. And if one of you would be kind enough to tip the man, since I'm ponying up the most of it.
Yeah, so Sheena pulls out the gold pieces and gives him.
How many are you giving him, Sheena?
I'll give him the 10 that was given from before, and then another 20.
Oh, so you give him 30 gold pieces then.
Right, because I'm also going to ask for something.
Okay, so he looks at you. Thank you.
I
Oh,
don't
good,
know
good.
if it was if it's something that my little pouch would have. So you'll have to
Mhm.
tell me.
Okay.
But the lodestones, are those supposed to be gold? Is that supposed to be something I'd buy too? Because that's specific. Lodestones. That's not just regular rocks or gems.
Wait 1 moment as I'm. Hello.
Okay, I can just give her a heads up on what the component pouch actually does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the component pouch replaces any material components that don't have a gold cost.
Okay. So.
But do lodestones have a gold cost? That's what I was asking. Because I have one of my spells requires 2.
Alright, let me ping a spell with a... Okay, let me ping a spell real quick with a thing that requires a gold cost.
No, she's selling lodestones. Chromatic orb.
Alright, I pinged something in the chat, chromic orb. You see how the material component is a diamond worth at least 50 gold pieces?
Yep.
Yeah.
Does your spell say a lodestone worth blank amount of gold pieces?
Or no?
Look it up.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
Or just say what spell are you trying to use it?
It doesn't have.
Okay, so the component patch will do that for you. It has.
Okay, then I won't do the 20 gold pieces. I'll just give him 5.
Okay, so now you give him 15 gold pieces. You give him 10 and then
Yes.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
So deduct 15 gold pieces from your money, Sheena. Anything else you want to buy? I have lots of things that you might.
Okay, so after I threw the diamond down, I'm just like, I have the book and the potion, and the components worth of ink. I just left that on the table for them.
I have a ruby of a war mage. That could be useful for you.
Oh no, I think we're fine. We're still in a specific market for something else, but it's... Thank you very much for, offering your services, I suppose.
You're welcome. Well,
Alright, anyway, Saul, awkwardly tries to cram 250 gold pieces worth of ink and paper into his backpack, which is already filled with a bunch of books.
and then he looks at you. And he looks at you doing that, Saul, and says, I do have a bag of holding.
Wait, I just turn around. I'm like, you have a bag of holding.
I sell one for 500
much?
gold pieces.
Okay, I throw another diamond at him. It's like, that's fine.
He just stares at you and
"Yeet."
says, "How many diamonds do you have, my good sir?" And he grabs it without even thinking and having a second thought. He just
Well,
grabs
right
it.
now I have 2 that I have given you,
So
and there's 4 if
Saul
you
has one.
actually.
You now
Huh?
have you now have one left because Saul has
No, I
one.
get. Saul gave Nar back the other one.
Okay,
So yeah,
you
I've
have
got
2.
2 left.
So,
So I just went ahead, did that, and I grabbed the bag, and I'm like,
yeah,
great,
You now have a bag of holding.
bag o holding. I'm like, sweet, I've heard of these. You could throw almost a house in this.
Not really, but that works. Okay. And then he looks at you,
And,
Sheena. How about you, Missy? Are you trying to buy anything?
No, I'm good for now. I think that we need to focus on getting the scroll that we've been looking for.
Okay, he looks at you, Nerissa. You?
Narissa's not in the building. She went after soup.
Oh wait,
Yeah, she went for soup.
who's with
Yeah,
you
she
guys?
went for soup.
They're souping it up.
Yeah, her and Ardwin, after like the conversation got derailed, went to grab soup.
They were like,
If you haven't been paying attention to the chat.
Oh no, wait,
fair
what?
enough.
Oh wait, okay, I didn't, I wasn't.
Yeah, they went to grab soup.
Okay, I did not see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's in the shop currently? Nar, Saul, Sheena, and who?
That's it.
Okay, so Ernwin, where are you?
With Nerissa getting soup.
Oh god, okay.
I rolled a 23 on stealth to sneak off. No one saw me.
Okay.
No.
So,
I'm pretty sure Narissa like nat 1'd, or what did you get, Narissa?
I got a 12.
Okay.
Yeah, so passive perception wise, I think what is it? I think Nar would have seen her, but Saul sure as hell wouldn't have.
Okay.
Nara was distracted.
I don't think I would have because mine is 11.
Okay, what did you stealth, Narissa?
Yeah, they both specifically said they stealthed out of the building.
I did not see that. Okay. What did you?
That means it's working.
Wait, stealth. Oh, here it is. I saw Ernwin's. What's about you, Narissa? What did you roll?
I think it was either 11 or 12.
Okay, what's the passive perception of Saul, Nar, and Sheena?
Saul got that good 10.
I'm 11.
Nar.
Sheena's 11.
Okay, Sheena. Nar.
I have a 12 passive.
Yeah, only Nar saw what you call Nerissa. You have no idea where you guys have no idea where Ernwin went. I would say Nerissa deduct 1 copper if you were gonna buy soup.
Yes.
It's a warm what you call pumpkin soup basically, unless you wanted.
So seasonal.
Yeah.
I wanted meat
There's
and
soup.
potatoes too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I would say you wouldn't have a hard time fighting this potato meat soup. So one go. Yeah. All right. So the 3 of you, what you guys doing as you're still in the shop?
I am grumbling.
Saul still says they're still kind of in a market, so they don't, get recognized and suddenly become outlaws. It's all like I still very much prefer if we found an alter self scroll, or at least a disguise self. Like, if it's not alter self, at least disguise self.
Well, now there's a matter of which spellcaster gets this book I'm holding in my hand.
Saul's like, I am actually too poor to copy all my spells over, so probably give that to.
It was Saul to have it though.
Saul's just like, I quite literally do not have enough gold to copy my spells.
Well, I fist the book into his chest and I say, "You'll make more money."
Okay, Saul puts it in his backpack because he literally doesn't have enough gold to copy his spells, so now he just has an empty enduring spell book.
You'll figure it out.
Alright,
Wait,
I'll go put that in my
Armani, does
backpack
it
real
require
quick.
gold to copy spells from a book?
Oh yeah, it takes 10 gold and 2 hours per spell level.
Yep. So he's literally going to be up for a couple days, just copying everything over to the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Again, being a wizard is a very easy way to become homeless.
Yep. That's why high-level wizards are worth their weight in gold.
I would-
To really push their
I would
money
say,
out.
considering this homebrew, I wouldn't make you do that. I can say
Wow,
that
eh?
you guys can just copy your spells because that would be too much. 10 gold.
Oh,
yeah.
okay then. So yeah.
Yeah, I would say
alright,
as long as you know the spells, basically. I would recommend gold if you're copying a spell that you do not know. But if it's a
Okay,
spell
so
that you
that's the caveat. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But if you're copying a spell that you already know, then that won't cost you time and money. But if you're
Alright, so
copying
then-
a spell from a spell that you don't have currently, then that will cost you time and money.
I guess Saul retcons himself and he just says, "Okay, we don't have enough time for me to copy all my spells
Yeah.
into the spell book." But we still have to find that alter self or disguise self spell scroll at the very least. Do we know of any other magical, magical merchants?
Can Sheena roll investigate though? Can I try and do an investigate since we're all new to the market, aren't we? No one else knows any more than the other.
Okay, so
let's
recent
The one
ran-
person who automatically knew kind of left the campaign.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I know it's like I tell him it's like I know a tried and true method. Go over to a stall that obviously does not sell magic stuff, and go. Hello, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Spell scroll components and spells. Where would I go for those?
You try to who are you asking this, Nor?
I'm asking random merchant number 7 who does not have anything to do with
Oh
spell
no,
scroll.
there's only one merchant here, the one that sold you all those stuff.
Yeah, we left. We're
Okay.
going to go.
So you're asking another random stranger?
Yeah, I'm asking another stranger, someone who looks like they actually know what they might be looking for.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All
Man,
my good rolls are out the window now. 13.
13. Okay, he goes you he says, "I'm sorry, sir. I do not buy spells. I'm not a wizard or something."
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like that's kind of an obvious dead end, unfortunately, due to the fact those that practice magic kind of are reluctant to share it with strangers.
What do you guys
And
do?
even
Alright.
even then, like they're still reluctant to just share in general. That's why spell books are so rare.
Okay.
Or
Nar,
spell books with spells, I mean.
yeah, Nar, you also see Narissa on in a shop somewhere drinking what appears to be eating soup from a wooden bowl.
I just kind of spot her. I'm like, nod, and I go, it's time to keep looking for spell components.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the issue. We're like in the market to not get caught, so we're just trying to find this thing.
Okay.
So I go to a nearby vendor stall that
Okay.
like sells pots or something that
Okay.
is because merchants generally know about each other because they work in proxy. And I go, hello, I am in the market for spell scrolls. Where would I go for those?
She looks. I know a place where spell components, but spell scrolls not so much.
Okay.
It's over there. It points you about 3 blocks over. There is a store that has a purple wall, a purple brick wall building.
Okay, so no scrolls, but they have that. Alright. Well, that's another lead at least. We'll go and try there. So head that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys head there, and you see this what you call this witchy type of house that has purple stone walls, and that has this curved wooden door. And as you open it, it hits a bell, and you do see different vials and jars with different different types of things inside. You see an eyeball from one jar, you see a finger from another, and on the counter you see an old lady that has this grainy white hair, wearing glasses. She is half elf, and she appears to be reading a book, and she just looks at you, all of you, and says, "Why, hello, my dear. What can I do for you?"
I point at Saul and I point to the counter.
Saul addresses this kindly old lady, and he just asks the first question: "Are you a wizard?"
Yes. This is a spell components shop, so yes.
So you're a wizard, correct?
Yes.
So you have a spell book, correct?
Yes.
How much would it take to peruse through your second level spells?
Why?
Because we're in the market for a specific spell, and no one seems to be selling it.
And I sigh and produce the diamond, one of the diamonds that's worth 500 gold pieces, and toss it in my hand like a softball, and say, "This is the convincing thing."
And then he looks at you and
So,
says,
since I verified you're a wizard, and any wizard worth their salt would have their spell book, so could we peruse through your spell book and look through your second level spells?
for the diamond, yes.
Okay, for the whole diamond, I would prefer if we also were able to copy some spells and not just look through your spell book.
Okay, I'm gonna check their notes. One moment.
I know I'm being hyper specific, sorry.
Yeah,
DM,
it's
but,
okay.
I really want this spell.
Definitely need to be
Yeah, I'm currently checking that right now.
Because, I mean, you guys are pretty dangerously close for Nar to be like, yeah, okay, until you guys make this better, I'm not going to cooperate.
Okay, so I can make you look at all my level 2 spells for that diamond.
And could we copy them?
Sure, for that diamond.
Nar, it's up to you. Are you gonna try to actually persuade, or are you gonna leave this up to a piece of cardboard known as Saul?
Wait, can Sheena step in and just ask real quick, because I would think that she'd know her spells, and just ask her if she has that specific spell.
No,
Because if we give her that diamond and she doesn't have that specific spell, and we just got a bunch of second level spells that aren't going to work right now, that'd be a waste of the diamond.
So, Nar rolled a 21 for persuasion.
21? Yeah, which is she agrees
So-
for the diamond, basically.
So she agrees for the diamond, and he says, so they get the copy of spells that they need, second level. Now, here's the million platinum question.
Okay.
Do you know Alter Self?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Thank you.
And
I
then,
just gotta
and
look
then
at
she
both.
looks at you and says, "You're not criminals by any chance, are you?"
No, I just want to go. Saul like looks back and forth, a bit of sweat falling down his like brow. And he's like, "No, I just want to go deep sea diving."
I just kind of.
And then she gives you roll deception check, Saul.
Oh man. But you can go deep sea diving with Alter Self. But you're right though.
That would make sense. It will.
You
not.
can go deep sea diving with
Okay,
Alter Self.
roll
But yeah,
deception.
this is gonna be a really shit roll. Give me a second.
I'm rolling my eyes as hard as I can.
Saul got that good 9.
Okay, the wizard glares at you and says, "So you need Alter Self to go diving underwater."
Yes,
okay,
because
I'm gonna
you see, Nar, bring out that box you found underwater that had that diamond in it.
I'm going to help him with my persuasion, which is a 16 plus 3, so that's.
Well,
19.
Nar, Saul's giving you
I am
like
bringing
a
out the
leeway to
chest,
enter
but I'm
the
also going
conversation.
to help enrich your pie. So I go ahead and say, "See this chest? This chest had one of these diamonds in it. So obviously we are an expedition to try to find the rest of the ship that this belonged to. And there are several second level spells that would help us in that journey. And obviously, due to myself being Lex's muscles, a more brutish type, I obviously need these two, pointing at said Dragonborn and human, and their spell abilities, which one of them I just bought this handy-dandy book that cannot get wet when it's submerged in water.
I understand
Saul
that, big
put that
guy.
in his
What
backpack.
I don't understand is why you need alter self to go underwater, which technically
I
doesn't
can't
make
breathe
sense.
underwater.
None of us can breathe underwater. Also,
Alter
unfortunately,
self doesn't
myself
make you
and
breathe underwater. Does it?
yeah,
I
it
thought
does.
it gives you
Oh, it
gills.
does?
Yeah, it gives you gills to
Oh,
breathe
wait.
underwater.
Oh yeah, it does.
I pinged it in the chat.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, sorry, I didn't get that. I thought it was
So,
just
yeah,
to change appearance. I didn't.
We're
know.
treasure hunting, and since we're just starting out, we need that good spell casting stuff. Yo,
Fine. And then she grabs her book, and then hands it on the table.
Alright, DM, can you ping in the chat what spells there are in the
Yep.
spell book? Because
Okay, I'm gonna say it to you. Wait.
oh
And I
wait,
get-
no,
I
please
get
ping it
more
in the
time.
chat. It's
Okay.
gonna probably be a long list.
Okay, so alter self is one of them, basically.
Okay.
Alter self. One moment, as I'm trying.
Saul's giddy, but then he just looks at Sheena and Nar, and he's just like, well, Sheena and I are gonna be busy for the next 8 hours copying at least 4 spells. So, Nar, what are you and the rest of the party doing?
Yeah.
I'm basically I'll peruse the shop for a little bit, and then I'm sure that as somebody who sells components, that she probably has like lesser diamonds of 50 gold pieces each and everything else.
Yeah, those would be spell components, but that's up to the DM.
So basically, what I do is this: I go ahead and tell her, it's like, for this last diamond right here, I want you to make change, but I want you to. If you have, do you sell herbal tea?
I have leaves for spell components, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
I wouldn't recommend eating them as tea, but smoking some of them is fun sometimes.
Also, don't do that.
So, anyway, I just go ahead and tell her, it's like, look, I'm sure that this very pristine diamond that I have left is worth quite a bit. So I'm wondering if you would have enough gold or platinum to exchange for currency rate if I give it to you, because this would probably be worth more to you as a spell component, or at least to be broken down into smaller components for spells such as things that these two would
There you
need.
go, it's in the chat, guys. Sheena and Saul.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
So, you know.
Alright,
how
Gina,
those
we
go.
can pick between 4 of these, so let's just spam the
Okay.
chat with which ones we're gonna be using.
No, actually, don't. Just keep in mind what you're using. You don't have to let me know.
All right,
Okay,
so
then I'll just put it in my notes. Don't mind
Yeah,
me.
just put it in your notes. And then she looks at you. A roll of persuasion, Nar.
20.
Sure,
17
I
plus
can
2,
do that.
so-
Although, sure, I can do that. 1 diamond for 500 gold pieces.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Go ahead and give her that diamond.
How many diamonds do you have left, Nar?
That's it.
Okay, so you have 500 gold pieces.
I now have 500 gold
Okay,
pieces.
so let's say this takes 8 hours, basically. So currently it is... It's 10 in the evening.
It would be
but-
10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah,
So
by the time...
what I do is, while they're doing that stuff, I go off and I'm like, I owe Arwen a drink, and
wait, you don't know where Erwin is. Erwin
Yeah,
is
remember?
gone.
You couldn't see him. You
Erwin
know
is
where.
gone.
like I said, I owe him a drink.
Yeah. Okay. So you're looking.
For him.
You're looking. You look for 8 hours. You don't find him. All right. With that being said, Narissa, what are you doing?
So I spend 8 hours just wandering around, not
Yeah.
eating anything.
Oh no, you're gonna buy food. You're gonna buy.
Yeah, I was gonna go find food. I saw where she was eating soup, so I was like, I might as well just join them.
Okay, so you don't see Erwin, but you do see Narissa eating in a corner in a stall.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm with her eating the soup. As soon as he sits at the table, he'll notice me.
Okay. Well, just for dramatic effect, since I don't see him, I accidentally almost sit on him. I'm like, oh, there you are.
Okay.
So I just gave all of our diamonds away, funding our mages.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, no. Okay. I buy soup.
Okay.
And
Deduct
I
one
go
copper. Okay, Ernwin and Nar, if you're buying soup, deduct 1 copper.
Okay, so I just go ahead and do this. I'm like, I don't have copper. How much is a barrel of ale?
A barrel. This is a soup store. If you're gonna look for a tavern basically to.
I just kind of look and I'm like, soup stall that doesn't sell alcohol.
Yeah. I thought that they did food and drink.
They have water and what you call fruit drinks, but not ale. You have to look for somewhere else. So basically.
So I just go ahead and say, all right, I will be back. I want meat and potato soup and extra meat. I put a gold on the table.
Okay.
And
he happily the female merchant just happily nods and hands you a bowl with more meat on it. And potato.
okay, so she does that, and I go ahead and say, okay, you two, please don't eat my soup. I will be back. I go out and I go find tavern.
Okay.
And go and say,
Okay,
5 gold pieces.
Okay, I would say this would for a barrel of ale that would require, I would say
5. If it's medium quality, it's 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I was thinking 5 basically, 5 gold pieces for a barrel of
Okay,
ale.
I get the barrel of ale.
Okay, so Nor comes back to you guys, Narissa and Ernwin, carrying what appears to be on one arm a barrel of ale, and it's dripping as he is.
And I put it down and go, there you go, Arwen, as promised.
You have to carry
Drinks.
that.
That's a little bit more than I can drink normally.
Yeah,
Well,
as,
then
as you're just
will have
as Narissa and
drinks.
Erwin eating, you just hear a slam on the table as Nar just slams this giant, medium-sized barrel in front of you guys.
Well, damn.
Okay, I motion to the soup vendor and go, cups.
He just nods at you and gives you cups. Deduct 5 gold pieces, by the way, Nar.
Yep, I already did.
Okay.
So I buy soup, and I'm eating soup, and I pour them drinks, but I don't drink ale when I am within city limits. So I just pour them ale, and I have water.
Okay. Yeah,
So they have
the soup
soup.
is very warm and juicy.
Juicy.
Yeah, and yeah, we have potatoes on the side as well.
Okay.
It's meat and potatoes, dude.
It's delicious. It's warm. Yeah, okay, so what else are you guys doing as you guys are now sitting on this market?
So, did you get everything settled, Nar?
I just kind of cock an eyebrow and go, let's just put it this way. This expedition has cost me more than it has benefit me. But for now, that's alright.
The big payday always comes later.
Well,
Yeah.
what were you looking for? Maybe
Well, I
you-
wanted to go ahead and try to get some... I was going to get another great sword, possibly silver, to make sure that whatever came our way, I would be able to fight it if it was supernatural. I've heard silver is a good retardant for the supernatural. And I was going to go ahead and hit the weapons cart to see if I could go ahead and get a different great sword of that kind of quality, maybe even a better one, or maybe view it with something else. But all of my money has gone towards spell components. Oh, wait, never mind. I put down on top of the table, it's like, this is my new bag of holding.
Whoa.
It holds things inside the bag.
Damn. That's... You did buy yourself something. You
Yep.
you bought yourself something really good.
So I went ahead and I was like, yeah, that wasn't a total waste. I also bought a potion of greater healing, so next time somebody tanks, we can, pop it in their mouth and rub their throat and hope for the best.
Mhm.
But, yes, so I guess I want to keep on the lookout for a better weapon eventually with what money I have left.
I still have to get myself some armor, so we.
Yeah,
Because-
Narissa and Nar, you also see that the merchant the purple tent merchant, has armor and weapons. So that's a good place, considering you have 8 hours, basically.
Nah, we go to blacksmith.
Okay, I shove the barrel of ale and what's left of it inside my bag of holding.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's gonna fit.
Wait.
Yeah, it's not gonna
I think you're
fit.
using that wrong.
Yeah, you can put the bag of holding. You can literally put a lot of things there. That it unlike a typical bag, it can fit more items, but at the same time, the whole of the bag is still decently small size.
So
You have to
opening
make
is-
sure that the item fits.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
the
I
bag-
think you're thinking of a
backpack
portable
size.
hole, my man.
Yeah. So imagine
Okay.
this: if you have a dead body and you want to put it on the bag, you have to chop the body into smaller pieces and then put it in the bag.
Okay, that
Unless
specifies
that's
something.
to give you guys an idea, because you can't just shove a small barrel in the bag.
But what if, like, he pours it in there?
That is... Wait, you're right though.
Pours it in.
I just
So
kinda
it's
cock-
just-
I
Like
kind of cock an
mayonnaise?
eye. I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is what I do.
I mean, you can
And I-
put it on small containers. Or you can empty the barrel and put it in small containers, and then put that on the bag.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna take time.
Look, just pour it in there. Pour
I
it
just
in.
carry the damn barrel out with me. I'm like, hell with it.
Sure.
Like, you put anything in there and then you request that thing before
Yeah,
you reach.
but you have to make sure
So,
that object fits inside the bag. Like
Yeah,
there's a
so-
small hole for the bag. So if a
Wait.
barrel is being fit, the bag will rip out. And if it rip out, all contents rip out as well.
Wow. Yeah. So I just go ahead and take the barrel with me. I'm like, all right, well, then I will just go ahead and make sure that it's put back at our place, and then we have ale for the next couple days.
We're just carrying a huge yeah, because
Yeah. I just reseal the bunghole and
okay.
keep it nice and tight. And it was like, all right, let's go ahead and weapons and armor.
Okay, so are you going on a magical shop or just a blacksmith?
I'm gonna go to the blacksmith because that's what I wanted to initially
Okay,
do.
how about you, Nerissa and Erwin? Where are you guys going?
I would like to go to the blacksmith.
I might as well follow him.
Okay, so you guys are going to the blacksmith. So yeah, you do see this blacksmith with you do see inside is a bunch of people hammering tools and weapons. One of them is a giant man with a orange beard, bald on the top, and has an apron, a dark apron, and looks at you and says, "Hey, good day. What can I do for you?"
Yes, hello. I was wondering if I have money, and I'm looking for a better greatsword. So I'm wondering if you have any enchanted goods, maybe even silver quality.
I can enchant your greatsword for you.
How much is that?
With that, well, basically because you need components for that. You need a few silver. That would cost you. I would say that would be. How much is a greatsword, basically?
Greatsword's like what, 10, 15 gold?
Okay, so that's
I think.
15.
Let's see.
I would say 32 gold pieces.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm looking at it. This internet. 50 gold pieces actually. So
No, 32 gold pieces for the enchantment.
okay. So that would be the enchantment. So could I get a +1 put on it for an additional 100 gold?
No, the 32 is the +1.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
So much for a +2.
That would be. Let's see here. 32, 6. That would be 36, 64.
So 64 gold pieces total.
For the wait, one moment, as I'm trying to check the
Wait,
chart.
wait.
Yeah, I'm trying to check the chart because that depends on the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're kind of lowballing me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's nope. Honestly, why the fuck am I fighting it if the barbarian gets 64 plus?
No,
fucking
I would
let
say
him.
no. The maximum they can get is +1, basically. I
The
would
most
say,
I could get is +1.
Oh yeah. +2, you have to gather components for that because that would be a lot harder.
Yeah, +2 is like a near
Yeah.
like a rare or very rare item. I'm pretty
You
sure.
have to
right?
carve a dragon by that.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you got to do special stuff if you want to make
Yeah.
it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
And-
+1. Do you offer keening services here?
What? What's that?
Keening.
What's keening?
Basically, I want to put keen on my great sword, which gives it extra +1 to damage.
Oh yeah, that's a +1. That's a +1 greatsword does. You have a +1 to attack and
I
damage.
thought +1 only gave it a +1 to hit.
No,
it's
+1
both.
to hit and +1 to
Oh,
damage.
both.
Also,
It's always both.
PM, can I ask
Yeah.
a quick question, please, and thank you?
Yeah.
Alright, Katie and I are confused about what the 500 GP diamond was for. The 500 GP was to look and copy the spells, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So you guys
Okay,
are camping.
so we get to copy them, so we don't have to worry about the spell cost, Katie, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That he actually paid everything for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah, he paid literally everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. So
Alright.
So you now
he
have all
actually
those-
got quite the steal, technically. That's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, well, not quite. The,
Eight.
yeah, he basically paid $500 for a $1,200 value, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not to be a dick, but you're welcome.
All right. So yeah.
But okay, so +1 great sword. Let's see. Do you have anything that would increase its critical ratio?
No, that's the best I can do, my good man. +1.
All right.
Anything than that, if you want it enchanted, either you have to buy a new one or you have to give me components and see what I
Well,
can
how much
do.
for a new one?
Well, for
What do you have that are?
well, I don't have anything enchanted. I just make tools, basically. I'm not an enchanter.
Fair enough. Okay, so do you know any enchanters in the area? I'd be willing to pay you for those services to tell me.
He points at the old lady. The one where Saul and Sheena are copying their spells. The same
So
place.
she would be able to enchant it, and I just went ahead and left. Interesting. Okay, I give him 5 gold pieces for his trouble.
Okay. And
And- Then I'm going to head back to that stall, but before I do, I could go ahead and give 20 gold pieces each to both Arwen and Narissa and say, there you go, armor.
Okay, Nerissa and Arwen looks at you and says, how about you, my fair lady and good sir? What can I do for you?
I'll let Arnwin go first.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm gonna show my crossbow here. Is there anything you can do with this?
Unfortunately, I do not focus on bows, and I only focus on swords and metals, sir. If you want to buy bows, we could. He points at the purple tent again. I am pretty sure he sells arrows that would be beneficial for you. I'm sorry.
Arrows are always something I need. Always seem to be in short supply. But what about my rapier? Is there anything you can do to improve this?
How much is a rapier?
Rapiers are a pretty penny. Let me go look it up.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, they're a specialty weapon.
They're 25 gold pieces.
25, 50.
Yeah, because bladed weapons in like this universe are hard to make. So like rapiers, great swords, and the like are really expensive.
I would say right now he doesn't have a rapier. He doesn't. He takes it. Sorry, sir. I only focus on swords and blades. Rapier is gonna be tough for me. It might take time. You might have to leave it to me and see what I can do about it. But it's gonna take a day or two.
From my understanding, we are kind of on a time crunch, so I'll keep this in mind for next time.
I see. Well, anything else you guys wanna buy?
I know I need some armor. I also have a rapier, but if it's gonna take you a while, even though it's
Unfortunately, yes.
sword, do you have anything that would look, fitting on me?
Well, let's see here. I have I have a padded armor. I have leather and studded leather. I also have hide and chain shirt. Basically, that's the highest I can go for over you.
Okay. I mean, I guess I take some studded armor and.
Okay, that would take you 45 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Sure. And he gives you this what you call reddish leather with metal trim on the sides, and it fits you perfectly. A studded leather. You have a studded leather armor, and that gives you your armor class while wearing this is 12 plus your dex modifier, basically.
Okay.
So that will be your new armor, your AC, basically. So you have a 12 plus dex mod.
Just be careful when you transform because you literally destroyed your last armor.
Yep. It would rip apart, basically.
So I get to change my leather armor to studded armor. Yay!
Anything else?
I mean, do you have like a dagger or something? Like, just so I can have one more thing?
That depends. What are you looking for specifically?
Protection.
Protection. That's gonna be tougher. I might need requirements for that. The guy, he points at the purple tent again. The guy sells protection. I'm pretty sure he does. The weird fellow there always has a lot of stuff that requires protection. You might have to go there and buy it.
Oh, okay. I suppose. Thank you. I guess.
Yeah, no problem. My good lady. Always pleasure to help. And
Well,
yeah. What do you guys do?
I hope we can come back with our rapiers another time.
Yes, I'll let you know if I can do something about it, but for now it might take me a while. Rapier is not my specialty, unfortunately.
That's more than reasonable.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
To the purple tent again.
Okay, so Ernwin walks to the purple tent. About you, Nar, and...
I'm gonna go to that Enchanting Lady, and while those two are fervently copying spells, I go, oh, they're still at it.
Oh, okay.
Saul's working up a sweat. You could see that like his right hand is cramping.
Yeah,
from all the spell
you see them
copying.
drawing symbols and scrolls?
So what I do is I come over, produce ale, put cup on front of each of them, and go, hydrate while you do this.
So you guys
And,
are just viciously writing, and then you hear a tug, and you look at this giant barrel in front of you with ale.
So I pour 2 cups for them and put it in front of them, and it's like, drink while you're doing this because hydration is important. And
without skipping a beat, like Saul just says thank you, grabs the mug, downs it in like a couple of gulps, puts it back down, and keeps writing.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so
And then
that's what...
talk to the woman when you're done.
Okay, so while that's happening, Narissa and Ernwin, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna talk to the purple tent guy, and I'm gonna be like, so the blacksmith suggested you might have arrows of some kind.
I have, depending on what you want, I have a flame arrow, acid arrows, and a specialty arrow called Arrow of Razor Wind.
How much are each of them, and how many do you have? Because those all sound very interesting.
The flame arrows, I have 20 of them. If you buy the set, if you buy 20, it's 30 gold pieces. For the acid arrows, I also have 20 of them. You buy them, they're 100 gold pieces for the set. For the Arrow of Razor Wind, I only have one. But this one was crafted by an elf. And it costs 300 gold pieces for this arrow. But it's one of a kind.
It's a bit steep for me, however, the fire arrows may come in handy.
That's 30 gold pieces for the entire set.
Ready? I will take the set.
Okay, so you now have flame arrows. So, while using these arrows, you have the typical piercing damage plus you add a 1d6 fire damage to it.
Dang, 1d6? That's really good.
It's more good.
Yep. Oh wait, am I correct? Let me just check again. Is it 1d6 or 1d4?
Depends on if you're using like the spell as a reference or like
no, they're
the item as a reference.
Wait, I know where it is. Okay, flame arrows. One moment. Oh no, 1d4. Sorry, not 1d6. 1d4 fire damage.
That's still pretty good.
And here it is. The glass tip of the arrow shatters on impact. When the hollow arrowhead shatters, it spills a burning contents. On top of its normal piercing damage, it also deals additional 1d4 fire damage. And the start of the target's next turn, it takes another 1d4 fire damage.
Oh, so it's actually a burning arrow.
So,
okay,
yeah.
That's actually really,
so he has
really
to
good. Holy hell.
pat the fire out in order to remove the fire effect, the flame effect, basically.
Yeah, these will definitely come in handy, especially if I need to light torches or something from a distance.
So you have 20 of them. Once you use 20 of them, they're gone. So keep that in mind. You have 20 of those kinds.
Already got him added.
Okay. And he looks at you, Nerissa. And you, my lady, what is it?
Well, I suppose I would like a dagger or something on that. Like
a dagger? I have a dagger. I have an assassin's dagger. That could be handy for you. For only 360 gold.
Well, you see, I don't want to do like a lot of damage. It's more or less just a defensive thing.
Oh, for protection, I do have a Cloak of Protection.
Oh, a Cloak of Protection?
Yes, for 400 gold pieces.
Well, that seems a little steep. Well, no, I feel bad enough about the hat. Like, I appreciate it so much, especially because I understand the type of situation it can put you in. So I'm not going to ask for any lower rate. I guess I'll pretty much wait until I have. I do
have a dagger +1 for 150 gold pieces. If you like that.
No. I think I'll be fine. I have my rapier.
I mean, if you want a basic dagger, I do have 2 of them.
Yeah, you can have your.
Is the merchant telling me that he can hand me one?
No, you have to buy he has regular daggers, but it doesn't have a +1 ability on them.
No, I was making a joke.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't get that joke.
So, Yeah, I think I'm good, but thank you so much. Hopefully next time I come around, you have some stuff that I actually can buy.
Well, that depends. What are you? If you're looking for something cheap, I can probably give you something.
Oh, I don't like cheap things, but
I do have something that is cheap but very useful. I have this. He hands this what you call silver key that has runes and carvings engraved it. I call this the mystery key, and it's only for 20 gold pieces.
okay. It's just a random key that you found.
Well, technically no. It's a key that can unlock any lock.
Okay, I'll take it.
But
Why
it's
is he giving us a skeleton key?
But it's a one-time use.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Okay.
Breaks on use. That's why it's cheap. Hmm.
So yeah.
I was about to lose my
How many
mind.
do you have?
I wouldn't give him. I wouldn't give him that far full out if it wasn't a bit. So you're gonna buy the mystery key?
Yes, of course. But how many does he have?
He only has one.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I'll buy the one. It's 20, so yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Saul, like, even though he was busy copying, he was about to lose his shit if the guy just was selling a skeleton key for like 20 gold pieces.
Oh,
He'd
no,
be like,
no,
stop, it's probably cursed!
Oh no, it's not a skeleton key. This is a different key. It's called a mystery key, basically.
Mystery key. Put it inside a hole and turn the lock.
And
See what
that's I think that's a homebrew item, so that's a problem.
Okay. So
yeah.
I'll add comment. What? No! I
Okay.
keep doing that on accident.
Okay, so
Mystery key. And it's one use.
It can open any lock. Basically, the lock has to be material. It can't be magical. So just a typical normal lock. It can't be
Okay.
magic. It can't be a magic. If it's a magical door, it cannot open that. You literally have to dispel if it's a magical door. But if it's a
Okay.
human lock, then yeah.
After I receive the mystery key, I'm probably gonna want to head over to the Enchanting Lady.
Okay.
everybody's a Enchanting Lady except for Arwen.
Erwin, what about
Yeah,
you?
I'm gonna ask about that +1 dagger because that'd come in handy for me.
That's 150 gold pieces.
You know what? I'll take it.
There you go. You have the dagger.
Can't do it for any less.
Dang, getting just +1 equipment at like level 3 is pretty good.
Ain't good. But I'm sure we'll use it.
Well, you just need your +1 greatsword real quick so you can just insta-gib things.
Yep.
Alright, so
So-
I would say by this time it is almost 10, basically. So as you guys approach them.
So, did the old lady tell me anything about enchanting my sword?
She looks at you and says it's gonna take her a day or two to enchant because you need magical
No!
components. You need literally
How
magical
much would it
components.
cost to do it?
That depends if you have the materials. Because if you don't have the materials needed, it would cost
You have
more.
them here, and then we could supplement cost from there, right?
No, she has components for magical spells. She doesn't have components for enchanting weapons. So they're different.
Oof.
Do you sell enchanted weapons or no?
Nope, she doesn't. You don't see weapons. She just sell components like feathers, sands, paper for wizards. Basically, she doesn't. She doesn't have any weapons with her. She's not.
Alright.
Yeah.
I scratch my head, and I go, it's like, well, I guess it isn't meant to be in this town. So, I go ahead and exit the shop, and by that time, they're probably pretty much done copying what they wanted out of the book.
Mm-hmm. All right. So.
Oh yeah, Saul's eyes are like bloodshot.
Yeah,
He
you
was
guys.
very
Yeah,
much, like,
you guys.
never blinked.
You guys managed to have those spells now. You have your spell book.
Yep, I added them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Alright.
That's why
Sheena's hungry. Sheena wants to eat.
Okay. I would say, what are you trying to eat, Sheena?
just food. I
Okay.
mean, there was nothing between their breakfast that she,
Yeah.
left with some bacon, and then that was it. And then
Now
they
you
went
had
to
like a mug of ale.
I would say they all.
6'8" dragonborn. And
I would say the
mouthwash.
yeah, I would say the no, I would say the old
Mouthwash,
lady
tell
would
her the
provide
truth.
you food as you're writing down. She would just hand you carrots and meats, basically.
Oh, such good service.
Okay.
He
Okay.
just looks at you and says, "You should eat."
So I'm
And-
just gonna have to start calling that lady Wizard Daycare.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. She has like a spell book we can just keep copying. It is just Wizard Day.
Okay, so
Well,
yeah.
we're out of time, and so that ain't happening anymore, fella.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, so what you guys doing as night approaches now? You guys, it's not
Alright.
dark.
Well, Saul stretches his back, yawns, picks up his new fancy spell book full of cool new spells, and he's just like, okay, well, we're gonna head towards the mines, or have we not decided? What are we doing?
Well, you have Alter Self, so.
And I have dark vision too, so I can actually see in the dark now.
All right, so if you can cast Alter Self, man, I since I funded this, I deserve to at least see if this will actually work on someone like me.
Oh yeah,
So-
It'll work on you.
Nerissa
It'll work
the
on you
Hack as
just
well.
fine. The issue is that well, I only can cast so many second level spells a day.
Okay.
So we would have once we're near the mines, I can cast Alter Self on you or me, probably you, because I could just cover my face, and you don't wear armor or coverings or anything outside your spikes.
I wear basic traveler's clothes when I'm out in public.
Sheena,
I'm
you
not
know that
walking
you
around-
can cast 2 second level spells, basically.
Yeah, but Saul can only concentrate one at a time.
Yeah, you can only
That's
use one concentration spell, and you have to cast another. If you have to cast another concentration spell, then the previous concentration spell will lose its effect. But
Yeah,
technically
that's
you
why
can cast-
Saul can only concentrate on one Alter Self, and he'd probably use it on Nar because Nar's probably going to be the face they see a lot.
Oh yeah. So,
All right, so yeah, what do you guys do as night?
All right.
We
Well,
should probably beckon a cart, head towards the mines, and then just get this get this all settled. Or what are we doing? Everybody?
You have two
I-
options. You have the mines and the warehouse, basically.
so the mines are the outside of town or inside of town?
The mines is outside the town.
Okay.
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
Sheena's map have it? Will Sheena's map include the mines and things like that
No.
that she got from the elders?
If you look at the map, Sheena, what you call it's just the city map, so that's outside. But the
so it's
warehouse,
not-
is inside the city limits. It's in Seashell Bay Harbor. If you look at south of your location on the city market.
So, I was imagining I would have headed straight to the Enchanting Lady and,
Okay.
had asked, if I could enchant the key. But,
The key is enchanted, basically. It can open locks. That's
no, I mean, make it durable.
That ain't happening.
oh, that ain't happening. That's gonna be a very archmage type of crap.
And she ain't gonna enchant my weapon. She ain't gonna enchant your key to be more durable.
Yeah.
And plus, you forget you have me.
Yeah, you have a lock picker as well.
Yeah,
You're trying to replace the thief with a magic item? How dare you?
It's stolen, okay?
Well, if the money runs out, we have to assume Arwen's gonna switch sides.
You're right.
Fine. Security.
Now, at this point, I'm not on any official guild jobs.
Mhm.
So-
you haven't paid him.
Yeah, he's
You
doing
haven't
this
been-
weirdly pro bono just because he enjoys our company.
right?
I think
That-
he's been paid an ale. And
The old
I
lady
also
approaches you and says, "I'm sorry, but you guys have to leave. I have to close shop. It's late."
Yeah, that's more than reasonable. Good night.
Good night.
What was her name again?
Yes.
The name of the old lady, let me check my notes, is NPC number no. Where is it?
NPC number no.
The old lady is. Where is it? Her name is Miss Ash. I'm just gonna because it's hard to pronounce. It's this girl. Yeah, that's her name. Ashala Billion.
This girl.
Yeah,
Simon?
NPC number.
Ashala.
So that's the enchantress.
Soul bids her farewell and a good night. She's just like, have a good night. If we in need of more spells, we'll make sure to bring our business your way.
Yes, of course.
Soul's just giddily holding his new durable spellbook with a shitload of spells in it. He's very happy.
Nar is somewhat subdued because the day did not yield what he had hoped.
I mean, you get 4 diamonds, and you are an armor.
I get 4 diamonds and blew 3
and then
of them
gone.
on.
And they're gone. Okay.
It's like I literally blew 1,500 gold pieces on others.
You can buy another
today.
one. You can literally buy another chest. That's not the most priceless thing inside that place.
That's true. We'll make enough money if I can buy another chest, and we'll figure it out.
just get even more diamonds.
Okay, so what you guys doing?
Maybe it's Kraken, who knows?
As night.
Well, I can assume that I was attuning to the hat.
Yeah,
like,
that,
literally
I would say by this
right?
point. Yeah, by this point, you have completely attuned to the hat.
Yay! Okay.
I just want you to note, the hat of disguise only works on appearance. It does not. Does it disguise your voice? I think it does not.
No, just your ability, what
Yeah.
you physically look like,
Yeah.
not what you
So
sound like.
it does not disguise your voice. It only disguises the way you look.
I
So it means
instantly use it.
Plus,
And I turn in.
as well as I think your wait. I have to specify the hat of disguise because
Hat of Disguise, I'm pretty sure, just lets you cast Disguise self at
yeah.
will, but double check me on that.
No, because because there will be an illusion because he has a tail. That's the thing. The tail will leave the illusion. Basically.
Even if I like tuck it in.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause she could tie it to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, it's one of those things that not to be forward, but women have been binding themselves down for like generations.
You can see. 1 foot shorter or taller. So it has to be okay. I would say yeah. You don't have because
Well, okay, DM, here's
Yeah.
the basic question. Is the tail considered a limb?
That's fair.
no, because what I'm thinking is it would disguise her body, but the tail would leave the illusion, basically. So she will
Well,
still have a tail. She will still have a tail. It won't. It won't.
Okay,
It won't
so-
make the tail vanish. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, can't you
Okay,
just
there's a
force it?
specific call out for this.
Yeah, that's
I'll
the
put it
that's the
in
thing.
the chat.
That's the thing I'm worried about. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. That's why I'm asking you, does her tail count as a limb?
No.
Oh
I-
no!
No, I would.
Oh no!
I would say.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Armani?
Well, no, I'm not thinking. I'm just asking the DM to clarify. If it counts as a limb, then she cannot change ever having a tail. She will always have a tail because it's a limb.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna like
Right.
make a different, like kind of limb, like an arm growing out of her butt or something.
So does the
Oh
tail
my-
count as a
oh
limb?
my head.
I'm just trying to
Oh,
double
That's
check.
gonna horrify me.
Not that hurt.
Oh my gosh.
That's a fun art for another time.
Does the tail count as a limb?
I would say no.
Okay. Okay.
Unless the
then if
player's
it doesn't
handbook
count
says-
as a limb, then she can make it vanish.
But if
Right.
it counts as a limb,
But if it counts as a limb, then she can't.
she will always have
Okay,
the tail
so-
on all legends.
Okay, so it's not a limb. So yeah, I would say yeah. You
Oh.
can. But
Okay, that's what I was just trying to clarify.
But here's the
I-
thing: if you, for example, you have a tail, Nerissa. So if you hit someone with your tail, they won't see the tail, but they would feel something hitting them. I just want to clear that out because that's how illusion works.
So- I want to strap it to myself, though.
Okay, so if that's
So-
the case, then yeah, that would will also work in your favor.
So then just do the Saiyan thing and wrap it around your waist.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say either that or you could like do
That's what
like pew behind your head.
I kind of assumed that I would have already like tied up my tail before putting on my fine clothing.
Okay.
But
Right.
I mean, if it's already like exposed and stuff, I'll just like kind of pull it in
Okay.
and like wrap it around myself awkwardly, not even caring about everyone around me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's settled. All
I'm
right.
like,
So,
I've been naked in front of you guys before. I don't care.
okay. So you just
Alright,
see
so what's
a
your new
strap.
disguise look like?
I just
All
kind
right.
of like.
Nerissa, are you
shrug.
gonna be using the hat now?
Yes.
What are you disguising yourself into?
Okay, so I'm going to make myself just a little bit taller.
Okay, so you can cast it. You can make yourself 1 foot taller, basically. That's it.
I'm not going to do a foot. I don't feel like being. Oh well, actually,
Because that's what what disguise self does. You can make it when you wear a hat of disguise. You can make yourself 1 foot taller or 1 foot shorter. It has to be the same body length, basically, of yourself, and you can only be 1 foot taller or 1 foot shorter.
so I can't like take my nose away, for instance.
Oh no, that can change. You can change it, but in terms of
Yeah,
height,
your nose is not considered a limb.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm saying in terms of height, you can only make yourself 1 foot taller or 1 foot shorter, nothing more. In terms of
Yeah.
height, but the appearance, everything can change depending on.
So you make yourself look human.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
or
Yeah, I
even a
would
different
make myself
race.
look human and less like me. Or I would ask you guys, should I try to be a tiefling and then you could put manacles on me and, you know.
I thought the gimmick for the mines was that they were buying and enslaving dragonborns. So if you can make yourself look like a dragonborn,
Dragonborn. I'm so
you don't
sorry.
know if all the miners are dragonborns, but you do know from what Yernet mentioned that there are dragonborn miners that are new to the workforce, basically on the mines.
Hey, that's an idea.
wait, don't we have a picture? Wait, you saw that picture of Yenret's family, right, Marissa?
Yes.
You don't. Yeah, I would say yeah. But
Yeah,
you don't
she
have
still
it.
saw it. And disguise self, you can disguise yourself as someone you've seen. Disguise
Yeah.
as someone you've seen before.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
disguise yourself as one of Yenret's family or some such.
What if I
That would work
myself
well.
as Yenret?
That would
Yeah.
work well.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what if you disguise yourself as Yenret? Wait, that would be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would work
that
well
could
considering their family
That
was,
would be
was
good.
assassinated before. It's not like it's gonna put Narissa's life in danger.
And they know that she's a noble in town.
So yeah, we're game, Narissa. Make yourself look like Yenret real quick.
Okay, so I make myself look like Yenret,
Okay.
but I'm a little bit shorter.
Okay, so you see Narissa's form begin to change shape as scales starts to appear on the sides of her body. Her puffy tail turns into a dragonborn tail, basically, and her face elongates into a dragonborn, and her scales turns to silvery white. As you now see Yenret in front of you.
Yes, perfect.
And while this is happening,
Sheena's in awe because she gets to see another dragonborn, so
Yep.
she's just like mouth agape and really like, wow, this is
I look
amazing.
at Sheena and I'm like, this is what our old party member looked like, but she was taller.
Yeah.
So,
What do you guys do?
all right. Hey, this is an idea. So, do we still want to go with the prisoner idea?
That would put Narissa in a bit of a pickle unless do you know how to fake manacles or fake a rope tie so she can get out easily?
minor illusion!
Oh
Well,
wait, yeah, you're right.
We could do minor illusion, but here's my thing.
Okay, what's up?
So, what if you used your disguise to make me look like one of the nobles' henchgoons that we saw that one day? know the ones
Hey, Arnwin.
Yes.
Do they keep good record on that, or how good is their record keeping on assignments?
You don't know that, Erwin. You're a mercenary. You have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I was literally just paid to be there.
Okay, so it sounds like really shitty record keeping.
You don't know that.
So-
You literally don't know that.
You
That
can just
could be
make me look
possible.
like one of the goons.
Do I still remember how some of the goons looked like, DM?
Well, come on, we put through
Roll
the
intelligence
trash.
check.
Wait, what happened? What?
Roll intelligence check.
Okay, intelligence or history?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Alright, intelligence it is. Yeah, yeet. I got 13.
13. Nope. You have no. You don't remember. They don't have. You don't see any resemblance or anything remarkable in the gun. They're just like.
Saul's just like, he's trying to think about it, and he's just like, I don't remember anything remarkable. They all looked very plain is the issue.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make you look like a plain human, because, and then he points at himself, I look like a plain human.
Then what about this? If I
We
can
can make
my-
you look like an exaggerated human.
As
or
you're
just
talking, you see two city guards approach you guys. It says, "Lady in red, are you supposed to be in the palace?"
Oh, I just stepped out for a little bit. I needed some fresh air.
Yes, the lady was helping us better understand some of the layouts of the city because the nobles are so kind and giving in this town.
They just nod and walk away. Okay, good evening to you then. And they go.
I didn't even ask her.
Like, I forgot that she's like an actual like important noble of this town.
Yep. Which is why I told you to be careful what you disguise yourself into.
So I tell him, it's like, what if I disguise myself as a slaver?
DM, does Saul have any recognition of what a generic slaver would look like?
You haven't
Sure that he
seen a
can-
slave. That's the thing. But you notice that ragged clothes, dirty looking.
Well, he said slaver, so someone who does the enslavement.
Nope, you have not seen one.
Dang it. Yeah, you're not wrong, is the issue. I'm an acolyte.
Yeah, you're not. You are
I
against
asked,
that. Your church is against that, basically.
Yeah, I asked Sheena, I'm like, hey Sheena, have you experienced life's cruelty and had to deal with a slaver before?
Nope. Nope.
No. No.
Yeah, I'm
Not
sorry
at all.
about that, Nar. Both me and Sheena have been a little sheltered, so we don't know what slavers look like.
No.
I am like, all right. What about Goliaths? Can you do you know what Goliaths look like?
Goliaths are usually followers of. Are they usually followers of Cord, or what's the Goliath backstory? DM?
That depends. That depends if they're from a different, because there's different herds of barbarians. You know that there's a.
Otherwise, like Saul reads a lot, or he's read a lot. So would he know what a Goliath looks like from stories or whatever, or no?
I would say roll history if that's the case. If you're looking for something
Alright.
specific, basically.
Yeah, yeet. I got a 22.
22. Yeah, there are different herds and clans of barbarians depending from what country. There are more barbaric, basically. Some have bigger body shape. Some have beards. Others have different combinations, like Nar. You see that he did
which-
mention that. What?
Which tribe of Goliath do I know practice slavery?
You wouldn't know that, basically.
Dang it.
You have to go there and experience their culture, basically. But based on books, you
Okay,
wouldn't
so
know that.
yeah, so I was just like, I can make you look like a general Goliath, but nothing specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you know whether or not in your experience
So
practice
Goliaths
slavery.
do. So do half orcs. And
Oh boy, one moment.
orcs. There's a list.
Okay, so I
yeah,
at
so
least can transfer you.
I can imagine I can just kind of drag her along and be like, yeah, here, I want money because I'm a Goliath and I want
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Sounds good. As long as you don't look like
we're
we're gonna probably call a cart and head to the mine and then disguise ourselves. Probably.
By this
So I
time it is
agree.
currently 11 in the evening.
I could sell a bad guy. Don't worry about me, guys. I was raised
Well,
for
then,
this.
are we all good to just head to the mine then? Sheena, make sure to disguise yourself probably as a generic human or something.
Yeah, I would probably go human with my
Katie, your mic
disguise.
your mic is cutting out.
I'll just might.
Mine is it now? Is my mic okay?
Yeah,
Can you hear me okay?
that's better.
Yeah, I'll hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we should get our stories, like, similar. What if Yenret was in the middle of the pasture, just trying to get some fresh air, and the Goliaths stumbled upon it, knowing that they needed Dragonborns? Yeah.
Or capable bodies for the mine.
Yeah, capable
And,
bodies for mine.
It's one of those things that royal blood usually brings strength, so we'll be like, yeah, okay, use that. So, yeah, I could see that. With your disguised self, we'll need you to dirty yourself up a little bit for the illusion.
Okay.
To make it look like you've been in a fight, so that when I'm dragging you in, it'll be more convincing.
Sounds good.
Alright, so I was just like, I'm just gonna put the hood I had, my monk hood on, but otherwise I don't really have any other way of disguising my face.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
Raoul, since you can't lie, all you're going to do,
Oh, I can't lie with them.
what you're going to do is, whenever I motion to you, you're going to cackle like a madman. And that is it.
Reasonable. Arnwin, what are you doing?
Arwen can act like himself, because he's a mercenary, and if he's well known through the company as, I like money, that shouldn't be too much for trouble to sell.
Yeah, nope, that's me, basically.
So, since it isn't a lie, I go ahead and give you 20 gold.
Okay, what do you guys do? Oh no. Hello?
Looks like there, you received payment for
We're going to
put
the
down
DM
20
just
gold.
again, I'm guessing.
Hello?
Yeah, he just
This way, what we're telling them isn't a lie, that you were being paid for the service escorting. So, hello, Michael. Yes, we hear you and see you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what you guys doing?
So, the plan was, as far as I understand,
Mhm.
that we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the fake Yenrit, aka Narissa,
Mhm.
look like she was in a bit of a tussle.
Okay,
This
yeah.
Goliath
I
will
get that
carry
part.
her in.
Mhm.
With cohort that is a hooded figure that cackles like a madman, won't have to laugh at it.
Which would
And we
be-
wanted to go ahead and get some extra money so that I can go ahead and get booze.
Hey, I'll be fine.
For the greater good.
not
will
so
focus on
convinced.
All right, so what do you guys do?
So
Alright, yeah, we back in the cab to go to the mine.
All
the game
right.
plan will be that 2 human mercenaries of unknown origin, 1 elf mercenary, and a Goliath overpowered a noble and are selling them to slavery for the mine.
Who's discussing as what you call a mercenary? Basically.
Both the wizards are disguising themselves as human mercenaries.
Okay, what
Yes.
what about Nar and Erwin?
I'm
Nar,
a
when we get
Goliath.
nearby, is going to be altered self into a Goliath, and Arnwin, honestly, since he's already part of the guild, it just has to be himself.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
literally a mercenary, and he gave me 20 gold, so I'm not even lying when I'm saying I'm hired to help these guys.
Yep.
Okay, so let's
I-
say you guys leave the city walls, and you would know, Nar, based on your books, that the mines themselves is west from the city.
Yep. So we head that direction.
Okay, so I would say because it's gonna take a day, mostly a day travel on foot.
Well, what about on cart? We back in the cart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're in a cart.
Cart
Oh.
would be a little faster, I'd bet.
you guys, do you guys have a cart?
Yes.
No, we don't have one. We just
we
would
were to fly
buy
kind of
one in
coach cab.
town.
Okay.
One in town should
Okay, roll a perception check if you're looking for a cart to take you there.
Okay, I just help Arnwin look for one. Arnwin, you have advantage.
I rolled 17 for perception.
Okay, so Nar, I would say you do see a cart.
I got an 18.
Okay, I would
there's
say
you,
yeah. I would say yeah, you do see a cart. And this man is just carrying barrels, basically, and putting it inside his cart.
Said, all right. We need a trip out of town towards the mines. Can you give us that ride?
Towards the mines? I'm pretty sure no one's allowed to be there. Unless you're working.
Well, we're headed out towards the mines. We're not going to the mines.
Yeah, just towards the mines.
That direction. You know, we have a camp nearby.
Roll persuasion check, Nar.
Si se puede, si se puede.
15 plus 3. That's what is it? 18.
18. He refuses and says, I can take you tomorrow. I can take you this evening. The woods is dangerous at night. You never know what's there to attack you from behind the bushes.
I sigh.
If you're worried about that, I can help defend you on your travels.
And I hold up my great sword and I say, "There's not too many things that scare me out in the woods."
Well, like I said to you, that's my offer. I can do tomorrow morning. I still have to deliver this.
Alright, Saul's just like, how much are they paying you to deliver those barrels? Because I know for a fact it's around 3 copper pieces per mile to transport stuff.
Well, I still have to talk to my employer about this. But like I said, I can. If you really want to go there, I can take you tomorrow morning. That's the best offer I can give you, my good sir. And he just hops to the source. Seriously, I really need to go. I'm getting late.
Alright, we'll try to flag down another cab.
And he just leaves. Alright, what do you guys do?
Looking
Alright,
for
it's just
another
hard when you look for another cab.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
This time with the help, I get a 21.
I rolled a 4.
No, you do not see any more carts. That's the cart, literally the only cart right now. It is late.
Mine's a day's travel from foot.
You said a day's travel, so that would be 24 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least by
That's
cart
a-
it could be less, depending. But it's gonna take you a day, basically.
So, yeah. It will
And
have
the
to do
issue
this.
is it's being really like, even though we're in a city, for some reason there's no available cabs.
Yeah, at this time,
Oh.
currently at this time. Because it's almost midnight, basically, as you guys are.
It's a city!
Yeah, but people don't usually travel at this late.
What about some sort of guild contact? Would I be able to find a cart through like my guild?
I would say you don't have a guild in the city yet, so you wouldn't know.
Wait.
Or at least you don't know if there's one here, basically. Because you
You're
were
here
just
on
hired
loan.
new. Yeah.
Wait, no, he...
He has a guild here, but
No,
he
I-
doesn't know if there's anyone in the city in particular.
I have an actual thing for this. I just put it up in the chat.
Oh yeah. The
Basically, he's
criminal
asking if there's a corrupt caravan master
Ah.
that we can pay off.
contact. In terms of criminal contact, you know that there is another tiefling in the tavern in the Seashell Bay Harbor, basically. It's a girl, and in terms of criminal contact, you know her name is. Let me just find her, because I think I have this prepared. Her name
Is sexual chocolate.
is NPC number. No, her name is Hazel Francis, basically.
I was close.
And no, that's not. Yeah.
Alright. And might she be able to get us a caravan out in the direction of the mines at this time of night?
You don't know. You have to go ask her.
Well, let's go ask her.
She's
Yeah,
you do
we
know that
might as well.
you do know that she is close to the warehouse because she works at the tavern. At the tavern nearby the
So-
warehouse, so that's you have to go deeper into the city, and it would take you several hours to walk there because you're currently at the market.
It would, because there's no
I feel like
cab.
we're supposed to be going towards the
Yeah,
warehouse.
so you have to choose whether to stick with the warehouse or to the mines. So it's either you walk on foot.
The warehouse is the issue because, again, Narek quite literally can't use his weapon, and all my spells are too loud to be within the city limits.
So what do you guys do? Yeah, you guys.
So we can a day trek to the mines. It's just 24 miles. It's just we'll have to rest up and head out or something,
Yeah.
or we wait until the morning, and then we just do a good old fashioned stakeout until the night.
What do you guys
So
do?
what's everyone up for? Because it's too late and there's no cabs, and heading
Yeah, let's-
towards the warehouse makes everything way more complicated than any.
What do you guys do?
We go back, eat up, go to bed, and get up in the morning. Because
It seems like the best option.
All right, what about you,
Unless I can just, unless I by myself can get to the other end of town and just get this cart, because I'm also like fast as hell due to the fact I can dash like twice per turn.
So what do you guys do?
So, really quick, are there any animals in the area that Sheena could possibly gain animal friendship with and send and scout through the night? Because it's for 24 hours while we're resting, and it can gather information, come back.
especially if about the warehouse, that might be helpful. Actually,
We're headed to the mines, right?
yeah,
Yep.
we were gonna head to the runs in the morning, but I thought we were doing something with this rat. Wait a minute, is there something else going on I'm not seeing here?
There is a cart over there that has a logo of the mines on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
you
it
do see
time
this card.
for? Wait, so is this inside of town or outside of town?
So you, all four of you see this cart that leaves the city district or the city market, and then heads outside the city walls and stops for a few, I would say a few feet from the city walls, and then you see a man go down and relieve itself, basically.
So I just go ahead and crack my knuckles and go, it's outside the city walls.
Oh, that can't be good. That can't be good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Nar, I'm pretty sure that's still technically what's his name's property.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, like, we have to do
Yes.
this in a less violent, more convincing way, or
okay.
this is another dead end is the issue.
Well, here's the thing. You guys have the ability to change how you look, and we have two people to make you guys look like to get the mine. So
The
If you
issue
can't
now.
sneak yourself onto the cart, I'm sure we could grease some palms and get onto them.
oh, okay, that's the route we're gonna go. Well, guess what? I got grease, so I'm gonna stomp over there,
Okay.
and person that's not pissing in bush, I go, excuse me, sir, we need a ride.
And he looks at you and says, "Do we look like a cab to you? We work for the mines."
I shake the money bag. Yes, I know.
Roll persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 9 at disadvantage. So 9 plus that 12.
And then he looks at you and says, we do not transport people. We work for the mines. Please leave."
And is Narissa still looking like Yin Rit?
Yeah, are you all there? I want to know.
Technically, love, where's Narissa?
I would be with you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
So, how about the
Okay,
rest?
so-
Are you still there?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're still here.
Okay, so you're there. You see one guy whisper to something and points at Saul, Sheena, and Narissa, basically.
Narissa doesn't look like Narissa. Narissa looks like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Yin
black
Red.
and red. But you see the one man whispers to the other driver and points at you, at
No.
Sheena, and also Narissa. So that's what you see.
Okay.
And then you hear and then the driver says, "Are you sure about this? Are we supposed to take new ones?" And then the guy says, "Hey, as long as we get paid, that's a good deal, right?" He says, he looks at Zola and says, "Yeah, we can take the tree, but the other two." He looks at you, Nar and Erwin. They're not part of this. That's gonna be another issue.
So how close are their heads together?
I would say you're about a few. We were talking on the other side of the cart, basically.
Okay.
Okay, is there any visible city guards, or how far are they from the city wall?
Quite far. There are
Okay.
you guys are. Yeah.
Before anything violent happens, can I drop that I am working for Mr. Nicholson?
Okay.
And would they know if I was still on the payroll or not?
They don't know you personally, so they won't. Because you're a mercenary, so you're an outside hired hand, so you don't technically work personally for Mr. Nicholson. You're just like a temporary job, basically. So no,
Well,
they would not
technically,
know.
it wouldn't be a lie if he said like he's on a job on his way to the mines.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
So I think that's a possible idea there, Arwen.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I do want. So yeah, I'll drop that I am on a job and I need to get to the mines with my rather large accomplice here.
Yeah, I paid him good money to get to the mines.
What you call... Basically, the guy looks at you and says, "Do you have a badge?"
Me or him?
He looks at Erwin.
It's like, would I have a badge, DM,
No.
outside of the game?
No, he did. Mr. Nicholson did not give you a badge.
Alright, then I'll say, no, I'm doing something sort of off the books for Mr. Nicholson here.
Well, technically, we also have orders, which is funny because Mr. Nicholson said that you can't go to the mines if you don't have, basically, a badge. So...
Yeah, but see, Mr. Nicholson hired me specifically for this job because I'm good at doing things discreetly.
Well,
And it's... my job is, at the mines there. He wants me and my accomplice here to do something. Can you help us or not?
I'm going to.
wait, Narissa, what you gonna say?
Yeah, please.
Can I assist by starting to cause a bit of a ruckus and shaking pretend manacles?
You don't have manacles on. Unless
So I
right
can
now-
cast minor illusion right now.
Okay. That so. Yeah, I would say we would do that, and then the one guy looks at you. Hey, stop that! He looks at you as you're doing this.
Well, I don't want to be here, you see.
Okay, let's see if we can sell this. So I'm going to do an intimidate towards Narissa. She already knows the deal.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand like I'm a backhand. It's like, shut up, you! You're going to have a life of servitude when we're done with you.
Are you gonna
Okay.
backhand Narissa?
I am going to fake.
Okay, performance check, and see
I
how
can do that.
and see how much you can fake a backhand.
Oh my god.
This is
22.
yeah.
Doing some WWE.
Yeah, you just see Nar. It looks believable from your direction. What you call Saul, Sheena, and Renwin, as you see Nar just backhands Narissa. Now, Narissa, I want you to roll per performance as Nar. Also,
I got a 22, and I'm gonna spit on the
matched.
ground.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit on the ground and be like, "You fuck! I just want my freedom back."
There is no such thing as freedom for you anymore. There is only darkness and pain.
The guys are just looking confused and says they're gonna attract more attention to us.
So, you gonna help us, or is this gonna continue to get out of hand here?
450 gold. We'll take you.
I reach in my
For what?
pouch and
50.
toss 50 gold. I'm like, done. Shut up. Make it happen.
He looks at the other guy and says, "Are you sure this is a good idea? What if Mr. Nicholson finds out? He won't. Get in." And then he looks at you, Arwen. Are these new slaves?
Yeah, I would believe so. But, like I said, I'm trying to do this discreetly.
Then
Off the books.
That word.
And then he points at Sheena. Then why isn't she manacled?
No, I'm in disguise as a human.
Oh, okay. Oh, I also
Right.
you also have manacles on. Is that does this guy's self do that, or you have to cast minor illusion for the manacles?
She was never going to be manacled. It was only going to be Narissa.
She's
Right.
yeah, she's another disguised as another mercenary with me.
Right.
Oh, okay. So all four of
two
you.
human mercenaries and an elf, and
Okay,
my
so
dumbass.
all four of you are mercenaries. Saul. Got it.
Yeah, the only one that's slave
Okay,
is Yen
okay,
Rex.
I lost that. Okay, I get it now.
And
Alright.
abducting a noble wouldn't be an easy job, so 4 mercenaries would
Okay,
be
I get it.
would be very much called for abducting a noble.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 of you ganging up on me at once. I'm supposed to be, at home eating a steak.
All right. So I would say that at this point, the guys would take you in, and says, "All right, get in. Make sure she doesn't get away."
Oh, she won't get away.
Okay. So you guys are heading to the mines. That
I look at so
Okay.
God, I need to whisper this somehow. I don't have the message spell. Oh God. I have a bunch of pen and paper, don't I? And like
Yes.
ink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna pretend I'm mute currently, and I'm just gonna write a note to Sheena,
okay? Sure.
and I specifically
I
write
mean, technically, you
like,
can just message her on Facebook or on the group.
Hey,
In the chat.
I know
Oh,
something.
no, I'm talking about. Okay, so what is it? Saul writes this on the thing. Sheena, what languages do you know?
that again?
Dragonborn
What
Yes.
languages do you know, Sheena?
languages.
Just draconic and,
And Draconic and Common.
Common.
yes.
Dang it! I can't use any of my other good languages. Okay, so in
I have
Common, I guess.
languages.
Okay. So you guys are heading to the mines. Okay, one moment.
How long is the travel?
So I would say, because you have a cart, it would take less than a day, and it would be around wee hours of the morning, basically.
While we're
like around
traveling,
dawn.
So
could
by
I,
the time you
go ahead.
arrive, it would be sunrise, basically.
so we would all have to roll for exhaustion.
Yeah, unless you're
Well,
sleeping
no,
at
we
the
can
cart.
just rest in the cart. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Short rest,
not gonna-
unless you're sleeping.
Well, here's my thing before I go to sleep. I start saying, can I be understood in each of the languages that I understand? So these
Okay.
are the languages that I currently know.
Okay.
Giant, Abyssal, Orcish,
Oh, you know Giant?
Dwarven. Yes.
Okay, Saul, he hands you a letter in thing in Giant, and it's pointing out the thing that he's also noticed. Sheena's disguise will only last for an hour.
Right.
And so I say in Giant back.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
So I say in Giant, it's like, well, let's make sure she's disguised in some way, which means that we need to make sure she's covered up.
I mean, you can recast the spell if it lets you.
She'll have to recast the
Yeah,
spell.
but then she can't rest is the issue.
So here's something that I'm going to offer.
Okay, what's the
what's up?
plan?
The languages that I was speaking was Giant, Abyssal, Orcish, Dwarven, and Elven. Was when all of the languages that I said. Can you understand me now?
I would reply in Elven, yes.
Okay.
So that helps. So I know now that Saul understands Giant and that Elf friend understands Elven. So it's like, okay, I have 2 languages I can go ahead and communicate back and forth with. So
DM, the
But-
plan, like, that's happening right now, Michael? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Alright, the thing is that Sheena's disguise is gonna vanish in an hour, so
Uh-huh.
like once we're an hour away from the city walls and the cart, we're probably gonna commandeer the cart.
What?
So, yeah.
Sorry, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? Sorry, say that again.
Go re-explain it, Nar.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to use some good old-fashioned brutality
Okay,
and
yeah.
knock these guys unconscious and
Okay.
take the cart. But we're going to tie them up so it looks like they were just robbed.
Okay. So.
And
Mhm.
I have the perfect plan for that. So this is what we're going to do, guys. In Elven, I'm going to speak to Arwen and say, Arwen, feel like making extra money tonight.
Real quick, before that, what are the races of our cart drivers?
Both
I'd
human.
imagine human.
Both human.
Both. Okay, I just had to check because otherwise Elvin's out the window.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say Elven's pretty common, like Giant and all these other exotic languages are a lot
I mean,
safer. but-
Elven would be like Spanish.
yeah.
By this point, by this point, 30 minutes have passed on the disguise self. So
Yep, so
you have to move
Self.
fast.
So this is what I'm going to go ahead and say is like before, like the last minute before that gives out, it said, "Okay, Arwen, you feel like earning a little bit of that pay today?" In Elven,
Always.
I say,
Too bad you can't make them look like.
Okay,
one
sorry
of us.
about that again. All right, so last time is Nar and Erwin talking. All right.
"Yep."
Continue.
So I think we figured out a plan.
Okay, now that back.
So what we're going to go ahead and do, and we're going to try for the rolls in this, is that I'm going to have my arms like altered to become owlbear arms, and I'm going to maul the two drivers with my owlbear arms, so it looks like a wild animal attack.
Well,
I'm gonna have to take out one of them, you take out the other one, and then we maul them both to make it look like it was a wild animal.
All right.
So
Okay, there are two drivers, two humans. Who's taking the other?
Saul Giant casts Alter Self on our big boy.
Okay, Nar. Okay.
Wait, no, fuck, that's Alter Self. I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay.
So
Sorry, fuck it. I'd have to do the mauling afterwards. You have to use your greatsword or something.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like I can do vicious, man. That's not a problem.
Okay? But basically we both have to just kill both of these guys at like the same time.
Yep. So we're going to do double murder, and then we're going to tear the bodies to pieces and strew them all over the place, so it looks like a wild animal attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the real issue then comes with is Narissa agreeing with this play.
Yeah, Nerissa, you hear this?
Narissa, you're blatantly hearing this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, actually,
wait.
no, because we're talking in Elven.
Yeah,
so
do you
she's
understand-
Oh wait,
probably
no, she
understand
doesn't
what
know
we're
what's
saying.
happening in the slightest. None
Nerissa,
of
do you
her fucking
understand?
songs.
Do you understand Elven, Nerissa?
Oh no, there's just to understand.
Common, Celestial, Elvish, and Quarry.
Yeah, you do hear
Yeah,
this.
What we're saying and
I'm a noble.
She doesn't know Giant is the thing.
So Giant didn't hear. She didn't understand that one, but she
Oh.
heard Elven and did not respond. So I would just assume she didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And
Narissa,
Sheena's left in the dark. She has no idea what's going on.
Oh yeah, you just hear them talking. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just watching.
The drivers are looking at you
I take
funny.
more bacon out and I start snacking, like watching the movie.
You also hear as you're traveling, as this is like 10 minutes before the sky self disappears. Let me guys warn you guys. You do hear one of the other guys says to the driver, "We might need another dragon bone considering the other two escape, right? I'm pretty sure the wolves will get them. They won't go too far before they reach the city." And as you guys just hear this, and then yeah.
Saul just raises an eyebrow and speaks to Nar and Giant. So I'm altering my teeth to the shape of wolf teeth. I assume after you two are done.
Or you could do it on me.
I can only cast
It's-
it on myself. I misunderstood the spell. 'cause I'm an idiot.
So he's like, all right.
Otherwise, I guess Saul just looks at Narissa, and what's Narissa doing?
Yeah.
She's going to whisper, "No killing."
What's your plan then?
Okay, roll stealth as you guys are doing that.
You guys are talking common.
Yeah, you guys are talking in common.
Oh, I thought I was talking in Elvish.
Oh, you're.
No,
oh,
I was
Well,
assuming
if
they
you
were
speak
all
Elvish,
talking in
I wouldn't be able
Elvish.
to- I wouldn't be able to reply
Yeah.
because I wouldn't know what you were saying.
He doesn't understand Elvish.
Yeah.
Oy.
So Elvish. So if you say no killing in Elvish, then it's like okay. I'm like I kind of cock an eyebrow.
Would I know that? Oh no, I probably wouldn't. Maybe in Celestial, I'll try like. Yeah,
Well,
I'll
yeah.
try it.
You
were
just
just talking magic
You can
before
just do what
back here.
Nar did and just say hello in a bunch of different languages and see which one we reply to.
Well,
if you
I
say
know
hello,
that Elvish was being spoken.
Yeah, here's
And
the
I
thing.
know-
Here's what happened. So Nara and Erwin talk about, do you want to make more money? And then Saul also said to Nar in Giant, that's when I can cast what you call a spell that can change my appearance into a bear or something with claws. But the only part that you get is you know that Nar is planning something that involves Erwin. I'm not sure if you're gonna get the murder part, basically. Unless Nar and Erwin mentioned that.
Yeah, I'll just talk to Nar and Arnwin and be like, "No killing."
In common or in Elven?
Elvish.
Okay.
I sigh, roll my eyes.
Alright.
Like, have you got a better plan then?
So by this time, you have 5 minutes. So think fast. 5 minutes.
You know, Saul, we just got invisibility too, so it could be an invisible attacker.
Wait a minute.
invisibility is not prepared on my thing because
Yeah,
I took Alter Self, Dark Vision, Dragon's Breath, and Shatter.
Oh yeah, another thing, what you call, Katie, you need to prepare for spells. I think, how many spells can you prepare in a day? 2?
Your level plus your intelligence
Ah,
modifier. For
so you-
Raoul, that is 6.
How
I
many?
never got rid of my barrel of ale, did I?
So
No, you
you're
had it somewhere.
Katie, you can prepare 3 plus your intelligence modifier. So how
Not counting cantrips. Not counting cantrips.
your
Cantrips are
what's your
permanent.
what's your intelligence modifier in your character sheet?
4.
So you have 7 basically. You can prepare 7 because you're level 3. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Yes.
So you can
No,
prepare.
you got it right. You got it right.
Yeah.
You can prepare 7.
You can prepare 7 unless you have what you call invisibility prepared. If you prepare invisibility, then technically you could use that. And only you. I wait. You can cast it to one person, right? One willing creature.
You can cast it to anyone you touch.
Yeah, and that's a level 2 spell. So
So
you can only cast it once, basically, because
Right.
I think you're
Because then you'd have to concentrate on it.
yeah.
but yeah.
Getting
so
them drunk wouldn't be bad because you still have your giant thing of alcohol.
I do have my giant barrel of ale.
1 minute, guys. 1 minute before the spell ends.
We don't. A minute's
think,
not enough to
Alright,
get
but-
them.
think fast.
Narissa, you have sleep. Do something.
So
It's either you sleep them or we kill them.
Well,
Okay, so
here's the deal. I go ahead and say we're still talking in Elvish. Do we
Oh.
want to think about that?
Wait,
'Cause I just like
what you call Saul? What language do you say do something?
He screams it in Celestial, then Giant, then Primordial. He just says it in all of them. Really hectic.
So the drivers are looking at you funny as you're talking in different language. Oh no!
I go ahead and tell them it's like, you know what? This ale is really good. It's like it actually causes. It's been magically enchanted to cause you to speak different languages. You guys want some?
I'll take some. The other guy who's not driving the cart participates. Yeah, I'll take some.
Sure. I go ahead and pour him a giant mug,
Okay.
and then I kind of elbow towards Narissa. It's like,
Okay.
There is-
um,
you
I
guys
just
do.
amended something.
so while
I'm
he's
just
while he's
going
drinking,
to say in Celestial, my normal like chant for sleep and wiggle my hands.
Upcast it.
Okay.
And like I'm gonna upcast sleep.
What's the spell DC of that? Saving.
No spell, they take 33 sleeping damage. As a collection, do they have 33 health?
Nope. Nope. I'm
Then
pretty
they
sure.
both automatically fall asleep.
Okay, so that's one. What about the driver? Also goes to the driver, right?
Yeah, it's an AoE spell.
Okay, so the cart
Yeah,
stops.
it would hit everyone. Like you know.
So the cart stops.
Now, this is what we do. They pass out.
Yeah,
and
the
I pour
cart's-
alcohol all over them.
Oh. Okay, so now the cart stops as the two drivers are falling.
Because-
Okay, Saul like grabs both of them before they slump over, and he's like, "Okay, we have like a minute. What are we doing? Go, go, go! Figure out something."
Strip them naked, tie them up, take everything that's not bolted down, and let's get out of here.
No, even better. They're gonna be real embarrassed to admit that they lost the cart because they got
On the job.
shit-faced drunk. So I'm just gonna booze them up. I'm gonna pour a little bit in their mouth.
Nar, you still look like Nar.
Yes.
We still have
What?
an hour, guys. It's a
No, sleep is a minute.
No, it's an hour. Read it.
So whatever
Yeah.
the case is, it's an hour.
Oh no, it's a minute, love. You just mislabeled
No,
it.
it's an hour.
Let me check.
No, look it up. It's a
Let the DM
minute.
check it.
Let me check. If only my internet won't suck. Okay.
Yeah, your internet keeps dying, my man.
Yeah.
Sleep.
What spell
Sleep.
is it? Oh,
Sleep
she's sleeping.
spell.
Okay.
Oh my god. Why
Ye-
is it?
Yeah, roll20.net has it as a duration of 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Just a minute.
1
So
minute.
basically, I'm just gonna
It's
basically for a minute. We're just gonna go. I'm gonna like pour alcohol over them.
Nar, you
And-
still look like Nar.
I do,
Saul's just like grabbing.
but they're
his...
asleep.
They're asleep for a minute, Nar. Once they wake up, they'll still see that it'll.
Exactly. We leave the empty
Right,
keg.
All right.
Isn't it?
We don't need. If we've already made it outside of town, and we've made it to the point where like, okay, we know where we're going.
Guys, you have 20 seconds before the sleep spell disappears. What's gonna happen?
So,
Go on.
well, I've already covered them in alcohol.
Okay.
So they're talking
Okay,
about.
so is the barrel empty?
Oh yeah, the barrel is definitely empty now. By this point.
Okay, non-fatally knock them unconscious. Our arcane lock the barrel so they can't get out until we retrieve them.
Okay, so
Because
I
I have
go ahead.
arcane lock prepared for just any stupid bullshit I was gonna do.
So I use
Or
punch
can't
powers.
you just put him in the barrel and just roll him down the street somewhere?
They will not fit
No,
in the barrel.
because we don't want to kill them anyway. You
They won't
two
fit in the
non-fatally
barrel.
knock them
They
out.
won't
Do
fit in the
something.
barrel. It's not a man-sized barrel.
So what I
What do you
do
mean
is
by
I
non-sized barrel? You said it was a large barrel of ale.
Yeah,
you can
it's
fit
like this.
two large barrels of ale.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that big. I was thinking
yeah,
about
it's a pony
actual.
keg.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
small keg. It's
So,
not a man-sized barrel.
So what I'm doing is while they're unconscious,
No.
I'm going to clock them on the tops of their heads to unconsciousness.
Okay.
Not
All
their
right, if they're
face.
sleeping, he gets automatic criticals.
Yeah, I would say they're both unconscious at this point.
So I beat I knocked them unconscious. I made sure it was in places that wouldn't show bruises or anything else. So
Okay.
at worst, they're going to think they have a really bad hangover because they've been covered in alcohol. One of them had a drink. They're going to come to and be like, "What the hell? What happened?" It's like, "Oh, I remember I had a drink." It's like, "Oh God, I smell like alcohol too."
Yeah, I would
I wonder
say
if I
that
had
could
drink.
work. That's up to you guys. Is that what you're doing?
Honestly, that's worth the gamble. This is the
Yes.
least lethal way possible. It's worth the fucking gamble. Just take their badges, though. We need their badges.
Yes, you just take their badges off
I would
their
also
body.
I would also say that at this point you would see the minds.
So yes, so what we're gonna do is we'll add Arwen's touch to it, where to make it sell the drunk, they lost their badges and random articles of clothing. You like left shoes, things that you were like, oh god, these guys were wasted and just wandered off into the woods, kind of thing, and then just put them in different places opposite of each other from the that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
Robbing them blind.
You can rob them blind if you want, but I was
You
thinking.
can steal his pants.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
that's
So
your thing.
do investigation check. And when.
Oh wait, they're unconscious though. Why do we? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, if you're robbing them of their possessions. So
Honestly, I was like, leave it because if
Well,
they
no, we need the
continue-
badges in order to get in. Remember?
We only need the badges. That's all we need.
okay.
Yeah, that's all we need.
You
the
got
badges.
you got two what you call copper badges basically that has a gold. Basically, it's the symbol of the mines with it's a symbol of a rock that has a pickaxe basically.
Okay.
So there's two badges. You
I
have
grab
to-
one and then I hand the other one to Sheena. I'm like, Sheena, memorize that man's face. I'll memorize the other one.
Okay.
Alright. And
Got it.
like I said, I just go ahead and I put one over a bush.
Mhm.
I take one of my day rations, like I chew up some biscuits, mix it with like a little bit of water, and just kind of spit it all over the ground like he threw up. So the guy hanging over the bush thinks he just puked his guts up and passed out.
Okay.
And he's missing a shirt and a shoe, and the other one I'm going to prop up against a tree, and he's missing his shoe and his pants. So they just look like and they all smell like booze. So look like they
Okay.
got shit-faced drunk and don't know what the hell's going on. I'm trying to sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best. I just Saul just looks at Nurse and is like, Nurse, does this work, or can you add anything?
I mean, I don't know.
All right, then this is just gonna have to do.
Because
Alright.
we're just messing them up. And like with the clothing that I took, I'm just going to leave a trail back towards the road, so it's like they got drunk and walked off.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you done it perfectly. What do you do next? The part is still
All right,
there.
so we're close to the mines.
Yeah, you're at this point. You could see the mines from a distance.
I'm like, all right, this is where I need to be disguised, people. If you can disguise me,
Do you still have spell slots for disguise self? Marissa doesn't have a problem.
To disguise, yeah, we can only disguise ourselves, but
No,
I can do. So Sheena can do invisibility or.
no, do you still have spell slots for those? Because you use disguise self.
Yeah,
before. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I
And
okay.
have the-
Yeah, Saul and Sheena would just have to disguise themselves as people. Nar, you're gonna have to figure out what to do with your face, or do we have a disguise kit or anything?
I got an idea.
What are you doing, Nar?
Can you create an illusion to have me have manacles too?
Saul then gives you manacles.
It only lasts a minute.
Never mind, only lasts a minute.
Oh,
I would say as you guys look at the tools with you guys in the cart, there are slaving tools. So you see,
Hey,
I will.
you would
Yeah,
see,
there's a
you would see pickaxe, you would see
I'll
chains and manacles as well.
wait, there's like actual manacles? How many manacles?
I would say 3 pairs.
Oh, okay.
all right.
Oh, we could just crudely put them on Nar and Yenret, fake
And
Yenret.
instead
I
of
just leave them
fastening
unlocked.
them, instead of fastening them with the locks, we'll just put pieces of wood to hold it in there, so I can snap it.
Yeah, that works.
And so we're gonna have to sell this. Hold on. He goes ahead and looks at a tree and runs straight at it and rams his face into it as hard as he can.
What? What did you? Wait! I need to get that again. What did you do? Nar? What did
I am trying to like bust my face up a little bit so it looks like that I was beaten and subdued like Yin Rit.
Okay. How would
And
I
we're
say
both
this?
being sold into slavery kind of thing.
How would I make you roll this?
The easiest ruling would ask him how many feet he ran.
How much
and-
damage would I take?
Okay.
Yeah, DM.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I was gonna say the easiest ruling would be ask him how many feet he ran.
Okay.
For every 10 feet, he takes a d6.
Okay. How many
I
feet
would
do you
say
run?
take d6 damage to my face. So
Okay,
I
D6.
take
No, I'll roll that.
3.
for
I
you.
take. Okay.
You roll you get 6 damage basically.
Okay.
So 6 that.
Yeah, you
I
fucked up your
take-
face real bad.
Okay,
Holy
so
shit.
you guys just see
So,
Nar prepare himself
busted
and
lip.
then charge head on through a tree.
Swollen face.
The tree shakes as Nar's body weight just tries to smash this tree trunk.
All right, then I look at you guys. I'm kind of fucked up, and I'm like, there.
Yeah, you see no.
Saul puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, "Thank you for your sacrifice, brother. Anyway, let's go try to get this done." If push comes to shove, we are heading toward. If you're really feeling it, we are heading towards a mineral mine, and you do have a bag of holding. So, I don't have to tell you to put 2 and 2 together.
Trust me, I know.
Mhm.
So I'm doing that, and all right. So I tell Saul, it's like, to sell it, the only thing you're gonna have to say is, "Shut it, slave," and laugh. That if you do that, you're fine.
All right, Saul is just like, "I got you," and then okay, so we're basically like right next to the mine, right?
Yeah, you're about a few.
All right,
He's gonna-
Sheena, and then Saul casts Alter Self on himself to look like one of the drivers.
Nar is probably gonna want to try and hide all of his gear in his bag of holding.
You don't have a bag of holding. You have a regular bag. The only one
I have
that
a bag of holding.
Nar is.
No, Nar has a bag of holding. So you have to.
So
give it
Yeah,
to Nar.
Nar's gonna want to
put
put.
my gear in the bag of holding,
Okay.
because I
Yeah,
I
and-
take my backpack and put it in there, and then I'm like, okay, there's my shit.
Yeah, and if Nar's a prisoner, that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be armed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
put all of his stuff in the bag of holding, and then one of us can hold on to it while we go into the mine with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Arwen,
Okay.
and
Sheena,
I
go
say,
disguise
Arwen,
yourself.
put the crossbow to my back. We have to sell this.
Mhm.
And be like, this is a bit of a familiar feeling.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay. So you guys approach the mines by a cart. Who's driving the cart?
She-
The two that are disguised.
Yeah, it would
Okay.
be me and Sheena.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's driver.
And it's my internet at speed.
Yeah, it does happen.
All right.
All right.
Here's
Roll
my-
animal handling check. Sheena, what did you roll?
I did. I got a 14.
Okay, so let's say that you won't have problems trying to get the horse to move, and you approach the mines. Basically, I would say we might end it
I
here.
believe in my